Welcome back to LST Johnson Arena on the campus of Morehead State University. Time for two more basketball games, Skylar. We had two here this afternoon. Boyd County defeated Elliott County, and Russell defeated Fleming County. And those two teams will play in the first semifinal game on Monday evening, and we're going to find out who the other two semifinal teams will be here tonight.
Yeah, got to take a little, about a couple-hour break to reset, recharge, and recaffeinate. I think we're ready to go.
It'd have been a lot better if we could have found a bed somewhere for about an hour to get a little bit of a nap. Morgan County taking on Raceland here in the first game. We're about 27 minutes away from the official introduction of the starting lineups and the start of this game. Both teams are on the floor right now warming up. 30 minutes after the completion of that first game, Rowan County will take on Ashland Blazer in the nightcap. And again, the winner of these two games will meet in the second semifinal game here at Morehead State on Monday evening. This broadcast being brought to you by Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, PLLC, and Standifer Builders. 26 minutes plus until we get this thing started. We'll go back to the studio, get in a few commercials, and when we come back, we'll get into the nuts and the bolts of Morgan County and Raceland, and we'll do that when we come back in just a few moments.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know. Familiar faces. Rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, we are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
Back here at LST Johnson Arena, and this is the first year that we've had the 16th region tournament under this format. The girls started action on Monday of this past week, and they went all the way through their tournament and completed it. And then the boys tournament starting today, and we're playing all 4 first-round games in one day. And I don't ever remember them doing that down here. I was told that they hadn't, and they was just experimenting to try to see if they could get the crowd up a little bit more than what they have during weeknights. But really, Skylar, I've not been able to tell a lot of difference in the crowds. Have you?
Well, I mean, and you got to think it's a Saturday. People have free time to come do it, and nobody's hardly here.
There's not been a lot of people here at all. And not really a whole lot in here this evening for this night session for these two games either.
You know, you figured there'd be more of a student presence because I believe students get in free.
I don't know if they do or not here at the region.
But, I mean, regardless, you know, it just feels like since COVID, and not to be looking back on the back in my day kind of look, but ever since COVID happened and really after
Things
we
have
graduated, the crowds and things have died down a lot, and they bounced back to maybe a third of what, even a quarter of what they used to be.
I would agree with that. They've never got back to even close to what they was pre-COVID.
Right.
Let's take a look at both of these basketball teams. Morgan County, the Cougars, under the direction of head coach Reese Griffith. Morgan County defeated Elliott County to get here. They won the 62nd District Championship 59-51 at East Carter last week. The Cougars have won their last 3 games, and they're 6-4 in their last 10 games overall. This is the 4th straight appearance in the 16th Region Tournament for Morgan County, and their 4th straight district championship that they won. They're the first Morgan County High School Cougar basketball team to ever win 4 straight district titles. And Reese Griffith is, now I tell him this every year, I have been since year 1, he's still undefeated in district play since he started coaching. Now he's 8-0, and he has 4 district championships in his back pocket. 12th overall appearance for Morgan County in the Sweet 16 since 2001. They've lost their last 4 games straight in the first round, and they have an overall record in first round games since 2001 of 4-7. Their last first round win was in 2015, and that was over the Tomcats of Ashland Blazer. They defeated Ashland 54-47. In semifinal round games this century, Morgan County's 2-2. Their last appearance in the semifinals, they beat Raceland 63-57 in 2015, and Morgan County's 1-1 in championship games this century. Their last regional championship win was in 2004, and they beat Ashland Blazer in that game 54-42. They lost to Elliott County 49-43 in their last title game appearance in 2015, and all 62nd District 16th Region final that year. Morgan County's played 16th Region teams 15 times this year so far. They have a record of 9-6 in those games against this tournament field here at Moorhead. They played 8 games this year against this field. They had a flat record of 4 wins and 4 losses, and they were outscored by 52 points. The Raceland Rams, the champions of the runners-up of the 63rd District under the direction of head coach Joe Bryan, they lost to Russell at Russell 57-45 in the 63rd District Championship last week. Raceland is 7-3 in their last 10 games, and this is their 2nd straight appearance in the 16th Region Tournament, their 7th appearance overall in the last 12 years, and their 12th appearance since 2001. Raceland in first round games this century is 2-9. They lost to Rowan County here last year in the first round, 51-41, and their last first round win was in 2018. They defeated Bath County, the Wildcats, in overtime in that game, 43-38. Raceland is 0-2 in semifinal round games this century. Their last semifinal appearance, they lost to Ashland 57-48 in overtime in 2018, and they have no appearances in the championship game this century. Against 16th Region competition this season, Raceland's played 19 games. They have a record of 11-8. And against this tournament field, Raceland played 8 games this year. They had a record of 3-5 in those 8 games and were outscored by a total of 25 points. Morgan County under the direction again of head coach Reese Griffith in his 4th season. Reese has a 72-42 overall record at Morgan County. The Cougars come into this game with a record of 15-12. They've won their last 3 and 8 of their last 12. They did beat Elliott County again to win the 62nd District Championship 59-51. They played 14 games in calendar year 26 during the regular season. They had a record of 8-6 in those 14 games. Longest win streak of the season for Morgan County, 3, and that's their current streak at 3, and they had the same streak twice before, this time earlier in the season. Their longest losing streak was also 3, and that happened twice during this season. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for Morgan County when they score 70 points or better. They did that 10 times on the season. They have a record of 9-1 in those games. When their defense gives up 60 or less, they did that 9 times, and they have a record of 9-0 in those basketball games. Team averages for Morgan County, they're averaging 68 points per game, giving up 64.6. They outscored their opponents by 85 points or 3.4 points per game. The Cougars shoot 46.7% from the floor, 39.1% from behind the three-point line, 15th in the state of Kentucky, 75.8% from the charity stripe. That's good enough for 11th in the state of Kentucky, and they pull down 25.2 rebounds per game. Team leaders for Morgan County, Aiden Barker, their leading scorer, 20.7 points per game. Barker also their best shooter from the floor at 53.1%. Asher Gamble, their best shooter from distance behind the three-point line. Asher, 47.4%, and his 2.8 three-point field goal makes per game is good enough for 46th in the state of Kentucky. Gamble also their best free throw shooter at 84.4%. He's 19th in the state of Kentucky in that category. And Grayson Hampton is the leading rebounder for Morgan County, pulling down 6.6 rebounds per game. We'll look at the starting lineup when we come back in just a moment, but now we'll go out to center court. Stephen Gullitz with the head coach of Raceland, the Raceland Rams, Joe Bryan, and we'll go to him now. Stephen, take it over.
Hey, there we go. We are courtside here, and we have with us Joe Bryan, head coach of the Raceland Rams. Coach, appreciate you taking time to speak with us.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Hey, I guess the committee, I guess, for the tournament did change the schedule this year. So the girls played all week. It's over with.
Yep.
The boys playing 4 games today for the first round, and so you've had over a week off.
Yes.
So how does that affect your team?
Well, you just got to kind of keep an even mix of staying in the right conditioning during practice, but also resting your guys and having them ready to hopefully play 3 times in 4 nights.
Yep. It can be a double-edged sword.
Correct.
Get plenty of rest. Get ready, but yeah, it's not game time. I guess speed. So to get that there. So talk about that. I guess on this floor, it's it's bigger, it's wider, it's longer. The background's a little different.
Yeah.
How will that affect your team?
It spreads it out a little bit. It gives you advantages on one end and disadvantages on the other. Defensively it spreads you out a little more, but then anytime somebody tries to press or anything like that, you've got a little more floor space. So, I think in the end it washes out equal for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's got to play on it, right?
Correct. Everybody plays on the same court.
Yep, there you go. I guess you have played Morgan County one time this year.
Yes.
You beat them in the All-A, so you know something about them. So what do you expect from Morgan County?
Morgan County's a really good team. They put 5 starters on the floor who all score double figures, all shoot it well. Really good basketball team, really powerful offensive basketball team. We've got to be really good defensively tonight and then score enough points to beat them.
There you go. That's the secret of the game, isn't it?
It's not real complicated.
There you go. Hey, I guess the thing that you can control is your team.
Yes.
So what does your team got to do to get a win tonight?
Well, we got first off, our calling card is our defense. We've got to hold people in the 50s, in the postseason to win. So we're going to try to keep this thing, as low as we can, guard really well, and then we just got to make open shots when we get them.
All right. Well, Coach, we know you got a game to play. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with Reese Griffiths, the head coach of Morgan County, just after this. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV Channel 2.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th region coverage.
We're back courtside here with Reese Griffiths, the head coach of Morgan County Cougars. Coach, appreciate you taking time to meet with us, talk to us. So I guess the format's a little bit different this year as far as scheduling. The girls played all week long, got the tournament over with. You've had over a week off. So how does that affect your team?
It's really the same approach. It just gives us a little bit more time to rest and get prepared for this weekend. And end of the day, you're preparing for a regional tournament. If you need to get hyped up about that, you probably just need to set that one out.
Right, exactly. So I guess this floor is a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. I guess shooting in this, the background's a little different. How's that affect your team?
We spent the week, we taped lines down on the court just to kind of get used to the visual of the three-point line. And then we used our colored borders on the outside as we went live 5-on-5 as our width. That band's loud.
Yep, it is loud.
But no, just to try to do everything we can to prepare for this environment. But it's still basketball. Still got to put the ball in the hoop.
There you go. And both teams got to play on it, right? So, hey, I guess so you played Raceland one time already this year. You know a little bit about them. So what do you know about Raceland?
They got a stud guard and Jonah Arnett. He can score from all three levels. Very physical, very athletic. He's a heck of an athlete, just a good kid, good player all around. And big man in the middle, Welch. He's a force inside, can really cause you problems if you aren't physical with him.
Okay. And I guess the thing that you can control is your team. So what do you got to do to get a win tonight?
Plain and simple, be physical and rebound every possession.
There you go, play every possession. Yep, win every possession, right?
Hopefully.
There you go. All right, well, Coach, we know you got a game to play. We wish you the best of luck. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right. Hey, we'll get back. We'll get you. We're 12 and a half minutes from tip-off. We'll get back to Chris and Skylar. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV, Channel 2.
That was Stephen Gullett interviewing both head coach Joe Bryan for Raceland and Reese Griffith of Morgan County. We was looking at Morgan County's stats when we went out to him. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Cougars. 6'3" junior number 5, Aiden Barker. Barker, their leading scorer, 20.7 points per game. Their best shooter from the floor at 53.1%. And Barker pulls down 5.9 rebounds per game. Number 2, 6-foot senior Parker Trusty. Trusty averaging 13.8 points per game, shoots 82.4% from the free throw line, 38.9% from behind the three-point line. Average makes of 2.8 three-pointers per game, and that's good enough for 44th in the state. And Trusty pulls down 4.3 rebounds per basketball game. Number 3, 6'4" senior Grayson Hampton. Hampton averaging 11.4 points per game, 48.7%. He shoots from the floor, and the leading rebounder for Morgan County, 6.6 rebounds per game. Number 4, 6'2" junior Eli Bradley. Bradley averaging 10.8 points per game. He shoots 44.9% from the floor and pulls down 5.3 rebounds per game. And number 11, 5'10" junior Asher Gamble. Gamble averages 18.3 points per game, shoots 84.4% from the free throw line. Best free throw shooter on the team. Best three-point shooter as well, 47.4% for Asher Gamble. So again, your starting lineup for head coach Reese Griffith and his Morgan County Cougars: Aiden Barker, Parker Trusty, Grayson Hampton, Eli Bradley, and Asher Gamble. That's a total look we have at Morgan County. We'll go back to the studio and get in a few commercials, and when we come back, I'll break down the nuts and bolts of Raceland, and we'll do that right after this.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know. Familiar faces. Rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, we are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th region coverage.
Back here at LST Johnson Arena, Morgan County has went back to the locker room. Raceland still out on the floor. Actually, they're leaving the floor, it looks like right now, to go back to the locker room as well. Let's take a look at the Raceland Rams. Runners-up of the 63rd District under the direction of head coach Joe Bryan in his 5th season. Bryan has an overall record of 82-70 at Raceland. And Raceland comes into this game with a record of 19-11. They lost their last game at Russell in the 63rd District Championship, but Raceland has won 7 of their last 10 basketball games. Calendar year 26 games for Raceland during the regular season. They played 16 of them. They had a record of 10-6. And their longest winning streak of the season was 5. Their longest losing streak of the season was 2. And they did that 3 times. Let's now go down to Chuck Rist, and we'll have the official playing of the national anthem.
Raceland High School and Morgan County High School performing the anthem under the combined directorship of Melissa Brookshire from Raceland and Gary Green of Morgan County.
The Raceland Pep Band plays the national anthem here before the start of this basketball game. Let's dig right back into these Raceland team stats. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for the Rams. When they score 65 points and over this season, they did that 12 times. They have a record of 9-3 in those 12 games. And on the defensive end of the floor, 55 and under, that's the magic number for them. They've done that 16 times this season. They have a record of 14-2 when they hold their opponents to 55 or less. Raceland averaging 63.1 points per game, giving up 56.4. They've outscored their opponents by 187 points, and they have a positive point differential of plus 6.7. Raceland shoots 46% from the floor, 35% from behind the three-point line, 69.8% from the charity stripe, and they pull down 29.9 rebounds per basketball game. Team leaders for Raceland, let's take a look at those. Raceland's leading scorers, Jonah Arnett, averaging 17.3 points per basketball game. Charles Welch, their best shooter from the floor, at 57.6%. From behind the three-point line, it's Charles Welch, the big man as well, 46.4% from distance. And from the free throw line, Welch is their best free throw shooter, 81.4%, and their leading rebounder at 6.9 rebounds per game. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Raceland. Number 1, 6-foot senior Eli Caines. Caines comes into this contest averaging 6.9 points per game, shooting 50.7% from the floor, 44.4% from behind the three-point line, and pulls down 3.8 rebounds per game. Number 3, 6-foot junior Eli Evans. Evans averaging 6 points per game, shoots 53.7% from the floor, and pulls down 3.8 rebounds per game. Number 10, 6-foot junior Jacob Waller. Waller averaging 7 points per game, shoots 62.1% from the charity stripe and 39.9% from the floor, and pulls down 3.6 rebounds per game. Number 12, 6-foot junior Jonah Arnett. Arnett, the leading scorer at 17.3 points per game, 79.5% from the free throw line, 45.2% from the field, 39.4% from behind the three-point line for Arnett. And number 52, 6'7", senior Charles Welch. Welch averaging 9.9 points per game, leads them in all four other categories. From the free throw line, 81.4%. From the floor, he shoots 57.6%. And from behind the three-point line, he shoots 46.4%, while pulling down 6.9 rebounds per basketball game to lead Raceland in rebounding. So again, your starting lineup for the Rams of Raceland and head coach Joe Bryan. Number 1, 6-foot senior Eli Caines. Number 3, 6-foot junior Eli Evans. Number 10, 6-foot junior Jacob Waller. Number 12, 6-foot junior Jonah Arnett. And number 52, 6'7" senior Charles Welch. These two teams met one time during the regular season. That was on the 20th of January, and they played at Raceland. And Morgan County won that basketball game 71-66. In that game, the Cougars shot 50.9% from the floor on 27 of 53, while Raceland shot 44.4% on 24 of 54. Morgan County also shot well from behind the three-point line, 42.9% on 12 of 28, while Raceland was a cool 25% on 5 of 20. From the free throw line, Morgan County was 5 of 6. Raceland was 13 of 16, both teams over 80%. And Raceland out-rebounded Morgan County by 8. 32-24. Asher Gamble led Morgan County in scoring in that game with 23 points. Grayson Hampton had 14 points and 6 rebounds, and Parker Trusty had 10 points, all leaders for Morgan County. For Raceland, Reese Hicks led Raceland in scoring with 24. Eli Evans had 12, and Jonah Arnett had 10. Series notes between these two teams. Overall, Morgan County is 17-14 since '98. They've met 31 times. And the teams have split their last 10 meetings, 5 games each. The teams met in 2015 here in the regional tournament. Morgan County won that basketball game 63-57, and that's the only meeting in the 16th regional tournament between these two basketball teams since 1998. So that's the starting lineups for both teams. That's all the information that I have on each one of them, at least that I've gathered anyway to bring down here. We're about 45 seconds away from turning it back over to Chuck Rist, and he'll officially introduce the starting lineups, and then we'll get this game underway. This game again is being brought to you by Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, PLLC, and Stanford Builders. Wherever you're at this evening, however you're watching or listening to us, be it on our Spree Cable Channel 2, our Facebook page on Spree, or on our YouTube app, we appreciate you tuning us in, joining along. We hope you sit back and enjoy these two basketball games here at L.S.T. Johnson Arena, and we're almost ready to get it underway. We'll now go down across the floor, directly across from us, and we'll hand the microphone over to Chuck Rist, and he'll introduce the starting lineups. Take it away, Chuck.
From the 63rd District, the Rams of Raceland. 8 the
Both teams are on the floor. Raceland in the black with the orange trim and orange lettering and numerals. The numerals are trimmed in white with orange lettering. Morgan County in the home white uniforms with blue, black, and gold trim, and gold lettering and numerals in blue trim. Aiden Barker moves into the circle for Morgan County. Charlie Welch will jump it for Raceland, and we're just about ready to get the night session underway. Game 3 of 4 here today of the 16th Region Boys High School Basketball Tournament. Let's play basketball. Opening tip controlled by Raceland. Jacob Waller walks it into the front court. First possession of the basketball game. Arnett drives down the lane. That shot was blocked by Barker. Trusty come away with it, give it back to Barker. Now in the front court, Eli Bradley finds Hampton cutting down the lane, and Welch blocks that shot. Eli Caines gets it into the front court on the wing. Eli Evans goes cross court in the corner. Jacob Waller comes back out on the wing. Waller now with the basketball again, tries to get it down to Welch, and he does. Welch backs in, turns left, puts a shot up and in. Charles Welch with the first 2 points of the game, and Raceland goes up 2-0.
I'd say you'll be hearing that name a whole lot, as Charles likes to get down there and beat and bang with these
Morgan
boys.
County's going to really have to figure out what to do with him. He's a big body. Grayson Hampton with the basketball, Welch on him. Hampton's a big boy, and look at Welch on him. Top of the key, Gamble. Gamble with Waller on him, kicks it in the corner to Trusty. A three on the way, no good, and Welch gets the rebound for Raceland. He gives it to Arnett. Arnett ahead to Waller. Waller on the wing. Kicks it in the corner to Eli Evans, and he goes down to the big man Welch, and it's stripped by Parker Trusty. Trusty brings it into the front court. He finds Asher Gamble cutting down the lane, and Gamble lays it up and in off the glass. Trusty with the assist, Gamble with the bucket, and we're all even at 2.
And one thing very impressive about Parker is his ability to play on both ends of the floor. Not only can he make plays, he can get them set up by steals or forcing turnovers too.
Jonah Arnett at the logo for Raceland. Eli Bradley on him. Gets it over on the wing to Waller. Waller with Gamble on him, comes cross court to Caines right in front of us. In the corner, it goes to Evans. He skips into the lane, kicks it back in the corner. 3-ball Eli Caines, no good. Rebound taken down by Gamble, and he gets it to Barker. Aiden Barker in the front court, top of the key. He pulls it back now, goes left. Finds a pass in the corner to Parker Trusty, open, and he misses the three. Had a good look at it, just couldn't get it to fall. Waller gets the rebound. Waller into the front court. Drives inside the circle, kicks it on the wing to Arnett. He'll step back, take a three. That's no good. Rebound batted around, saved inbounds to Evans, and Evans will bring it back out on top to Arnett. Arnett with Barker on him, clock down under 5:30 left here in the first quarter. First game of 2 here this evening. Rowan County and Ashland will play in the nightcap. Look at that pass. Jacob Waller with the assist to Eli Evans cutting on the baseline, and Raceland goes back up 4-2. Barker on the block, puts a shot up off the glass, and it rolls in. Aiden Barker with the good touch for Morgan County, and we're even at 4. Waller in the front court for Raceland. Top of the key, gives the basketball to Caines in between the circles with Trusty on him. He works left, gives the basketball to Evans. Evans on the wing, works off of a Caines pick, goes top of the key Welch. Welch can shoot that three too. Best three-point shooter on the team. And Parker Trusty will pick up the foul for Morgan County.
All 10 of these boys on the floor right now playing scrappy, playing hard defense and hard offense. So.
Waller will toss it in. Gets it into Evans. Now cross court to Caines. Eli Caines backs it out, gives it back to Waller. Waller back to Eli Caines. Now Waller at the logo. Barker on him. 4:35, the clock moving left here in the first quarter. We're all even at 4. That shot off the glass was no good by Waller. Barker contested that. Here comes Bradley in the front court. Down the left side of the lane, kicks it in the corner to Gamble. Gamble drives in the paint, kicks it out on top. Barker three on the way, no good. Long rebound chased down by Jonah Arnett. Arnett brings it into the front court. Tried to get the pass to Waller. It's picked off by Trusty. Trusty with his second steal already on the wing. 3-ball on the way. Bradley good. Eli Bradley with the triple deep on the left wing. And Morgan County goes up by 3, 7-4. Clock winds under 4 minutes. We're halfway through this opening quarter. Waller on the left wing. Works the circle to the top of the key. Welch calling for the basketball down there in the lane. Evans on the wing. He drives down on the right block, goes underneath the bucket, back out on top. Welch wide open three. It's no good. Rebound. Barker had it. Trusty picks it up. Parker gets it ahead to Bradley. Bradley in the front court, drives down the lane, puts a floater up, and it bounces all around the rim and off, and Welch gets the rebound. Arnett into the front court. Gives it to Jacob Waller. Waller will go top of the key, goes right side to Eli Caines. Caines with Bradley on him, gets it in the corner to Waller. Waller comes back out to Caines, and we'll have a whistle and a foul. Looks like that will be on Grayson Hampton, I believe, for Morgan County. And Hampton and Welch are really going at it, Skylar, in the paint.
They are. You could hear the smack over here.
Waller will toss it in underneath the Raceland bucket. Welch calling for it. He gets it into him, and he puts it up off the glass and in. He just shot that up over Hampton, and it cuts the lead to one. He's a big boy, Welch is. Bradley in the front court at the logo for Morgan County. Works to the left side. Hands it off to Asher Gamble. Gamble drives down the free throw line, puts an off-balance shot up and good. Good shot by Asher Gamble, and Morgan County goes back up by 3, 9-6. Arnett brings it across the timeline. Clock under 2:40 left here in the first quarter. Gets it to Welch. Welch back to Arnett. Arnett at the logo. Gets it to Jacob Waller. Waller back to Arnett. Clock down under 2:30 left in the first quarter. Arnett drives in the lane right side. Kicks it to Welch. Baseline jumper. No good. Rebound Barker. Barker brings it into the front court, splits the defenders down the lane, off the glass, no good, but Barker's fouled and will go to the free throw line to shoot two, and I believe that foul will be on Welch for Raceland. And with 2:15 left on the clock in the first quarter, we've come to the first period media timeout, the SpreeTV media timeout. Morgan County 9, Raceland 6, and we'll be back to LST Johnson Arena right after this.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
Morgan County leads Raceland 9-6 with 2:15 left in the first quarter. Asher Gamble leads Morgan County in scoring with 4. Charles Welch leads Raceland in scoring with 4. Skylar, what's your thoughts on the first 5:45?
Well, you know, it's been Charles Welch's game. He's been doing whatever he wants. They get the ball to him. He bullies his way down there.
He's already got 4 points and 2 rebounds, but I mean, he's such a big presence in the paint. He's got a block as well. Aiden Barker's at the free throw line out of the timeout for Morgan County. First free throw's up and good for Barker. And he makes them both. So Morgan County extends their lead to 5, 11-6. Raceland with the basketball in the front court. Arnett down the right side of the lane hits the runner off the glass. And that foul, I believe, will be on Parker Trusty. We'll see. And they'll count the bucket. So Arnett will go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. The foul is on Parker Trusty. And the 6-foot junior Jonah Arnett shooting 79.5% on the season for Raceland. And he completes the 3-point play. And it cuts the lead to 2, 11-9. Clock under 2 minutes now left here in the first period. What's been a fast and entertaining first period here at LST Johnson Arena. Gamble at the logo for Morgan County, gets it to Bradley on the wing. Bradley gives it to Barker at the left elbow. Barker backs down, turns right in the lane, picks his dribble up. He's in trouble. Got to get rid of it somewhere. He gives it to Gamble. Gamble in the corner. He's got Waller on him. He takes him in the paint, puts a shot up off the glass, no good. But Asher Gamble will go to the free throw line, and he likes to shoot free throws. Gamble 84.4% on the season for Morgan County.
And
One of the best
another
free throw shooters in the state.
You know, we've been talking about that all day, is some of these players that can move around the basket and draw contact. Jacob Spurlock, you got Gamble. You know, you have a bunch of different players out here that are really good at drawing contact.
You certainly do, and he did an excellent job of it there, and Gamble converts that into 2 points as he makes both of those free throws. Morgan County goes back up by 4. And 5'10", 8th grader Gage Gamble, number 24, checks into the lineup for Morgan County. And number 20, 5'10", 8th grader Hosea Large checks in for Raceland. So 2 8th graders on the floor. Gamble for Morgan County and Large for Raceland. Waller brings it into the front court, gives it to Large with Gage Gamble on him. Kicks it back on top to Canes. He drives down the right side of the lane at the right elbow, finds a cutter going down the middle, and that shot by Arnett was no good. He missed that runner off the front of the glass. Here comes Morgan County in the front court. Bradley finds Gamble in the corner, and that shot's no good. That was Gage Gamble, the 8th grader. And the rebound comes off to Arnett. Arnett brings it into the front court. Raceland trails by 4. He kicks it out on the wing to Waller. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Barker. Barker quickly into the front court, 2 on 3. He takes it down the right side, and a foul's called on the floor before the shot. And the foul's on Large for Raceland. That's his first. And Bradley will toss it in with 46.4 seconds on the clock. Gets it into Barker. Barker tried to get it to Gamble and throws it away. Waller brings it into the front court. Down the lane, kicks it in the corner to Arnett. Arnett with Barker on him. Step back 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Gamble, and he gets it to Barker. So Gage Gamble with the rebound. Barker brings it into the front court. Gage Gamble is Asher Gamble's younger brother. Grayson Hampton drives down the left side of the lane, tries to get it back to Gage Gamble, and throws it over his head out of bounds. Turnover number 2 for Morgan County. Morgan County shooting 40% from the floor on 4 of 10. Raceland 31% on 4 of 13. 12.4 seconds on the clock. Arnett brings it into the front court, the clock down to 6. At the top of the key, goes left, puts up a 3, that's no good. Rebound taken down by Gage Gamble, and that's the way the first quarter will come to an end. And the official's going to say, I believe there was still time left, and he gives the walking signal on Gage Gamble, but they tripped him up when he come down with the basketball. Let's see how they sort this thing out. So they did call Gage Gamble for the travel, and that was a terrible call. And they put 0.6 of a second back on the clock.
And honestly, a waste of it.
Barker blocks that shot by Canes underneath, and that's the way the first quarter comes to an end. A good first quarter for head coach Reese Griffith and his Morgan County Cougars. They lead Raceland by 4, 13-9, and we'll be back with the second quarter on the SpreeTV network right after this.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
To the second quarter we go. Morgan County leads by 4, 13-9. Charles Welch leads Raceland in scoring with 4. Asher Gamble leads Morgan County with 6. Skylar, what's your thoughts on the first quarter?
Morgan County came out firing on all cylinders. They're looking good. You know, they've kind of dealt with the adversity of dealing with the big down there and in Welch, and they're handling business.
Hampton, Bradley, Barker, Asher Gamble, and Gage Gamble on the floor. Actually not. They've not updated the roster on the score machine yet. So Raceland gets the basketballs. Parker Trusty missed a jumper in the corner. First possession for Raceland of the second quarter. Large on the wing. Picks his dribble up. Got to do something with it quickly. He gets it to Eli Evans. Evans backs left in the lane over Trusty. Hits the shot, but they'll call him for the travel. Turnover number 4 on Raceland. Trusty, Bradley, Hampton, Asher Gamble, and Aiden Barker on the floor for Morgan County to start the second quarter. Evans, Waller, Arnett, Large, and Welch on the floor to start the second quarter for Raceland. Barker drives in the lane. A whistle stops the play, and let's see who that foul will be on. That's on Jacob Waller, as Eli Caines checks back into the lineup for Raceland. And he checks in for Eli Evans. Top of the key, Asher Gamble, 3 on the way. No good. He was wide open, just couldn't hit the bucket. Rebound comes down to Arnett. He brings it into the front court at the logo. Gives it to Eli Caines. Caines at the top of the key. Spins inside the lane. The ball loose on the floor. Picked back up by Raceland. Large has the basketball. Asher Gamble on him. And the 8th grader spins left at the elbow. Gives it back out on the wing to Eli Caines. Large dumps it down to Welch. On the baseline. He turns right, muscles over Bradley, and throws it away. Actually, that was Hampton that was guarding him. Bradley gets the errant pass, brings it into the front court. Grayson Hampton drives down the lane, turns left, puts a shot up. That was blocked by Welch out of bounds off of Grayson Hampton. And they're going right at Welch, and he's just a force.
Don't back down.
He's a force around that bucket. They need to try to do something to get him moved out from under the bucket there a little bit so they can attack the basket. Arnett at the logo gives it to Eli Caines. Caines comes near side, 3-ball on the way, and that's good by the 8th grader Large. And that cuts the lead to 1, 13-12. Large with his first 3 points. Bradley brings it into the front court for Morgan County. Barker with the basketball to Grayson Hampton. Parker Trusty finds a wide open Barker underneath.
Trusty with miscommunication on your rotations there.
Trusty with the assist, Barker with the bucket, and that time wherever Arnett or wherever Welch was at, they had him out away from the basket. He was wide open underneath. Large, another 3 out of the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, Evans, ball loose on the floor. Barker has it, and a timeout's called by Morgan County. A 30-second timeout, we'll take it as well. 5:29 left in the first half, 15-12 Morgan County, and we'll be back right after this.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
5:29 left in the first half. Morgan County leads by 3 at the moment, 15-12. Morgan County shooting 36% from the floor on 5 of 14, only 1 of 7 from behind the three-point line for 14%, but a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Both teams have 10 rebounds. Raceland with 4 turnovers. Morgan County with 3. Bradley brings it into the front court out of the timeout. Drives down the left side of the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good. And it goes out of bounds off of Raceland and will stay on this end of the floor. And right now, Welch is out away from the bucket, and Morgan County seems to be driving to the bucket with him out away. Parker Trusty takes a 3 and hits it just left at the top of the key. Good shot by Trusty, and Morgan County goes up by 6. That's their biggest lead of the first half. Clock down under 5 minutes as Arnett gets it into the front court. And it'll stay on this end of the floor. Trusty with his first 3 points for Morgan County on that three-pointer. Arnett at the logo for Raceland. Drives down the middle of the lane, misses the shot. He got too far underneath and hit the bottom of the rim. Barker brings it into the front court. Passes it to Hampton. His shot off the glass is up and in. Aiden Barker with the assist. Grayson Hampton with the bucket, and Morgan County goes up by 8. They push it out to their biggest lead yet. Arnett in the front court, works off a Welch screen, gets it in the corner to Large. Three-pointer on the way, good. And Large with the second three-pointer of the second quarter. The 8th grader has 6. And the lead's down to 5, 20-15. Bradley for Morgan County. Comes to the near side, hands it off to Gamble. Gamble with Canes on him. He brings him cross court to the left side, drives inside the circle, picks up his dribble, gives it to Barker, back out on the wing. Barker kicks it to Bradley. Bradley, free throw line jumper, good.
Good shot. And that's Bradley's spot right there. He's done that all year.
He's got 5, and the Morgan County leads 7, 22-15. Canes gets it to Arnett, back at the logo. Clock down under 3:40 left here in the first half. Ball batted away by Barker, scramble for it. Bodies flying all over the floor, and we'll have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will point to Raceland. Parker Trusty got possession of it, but there was bodies everywhere.
It's like a pinball out there.
Large will toss it in. Gets it into Arnett. Arnett brings it across the timeline. Top of the key on the wing now to Large. Large with Trusty on him. Drives around Trusty in the lane, kicks it in the corner. 3 ball on the way, and that's good by Eli Evans, the 6-foot junior. Cuts a 7-point lead to 4, 22-18. Bradley spins left, drives down the left side of the lane, puts it up over Welch, no good. And again, the ball loose on the floor. Barker's got it in the corner. 3 on the way. That's no good. And Raceland comes up with a loose basketball. Large brings it into the front court, almost turned it. Picks his dribble up, gets it to Eli Canes. And Canes goes back to Arnett. Now Canes on the wing, dumps it down to Welch on the right block. Backs Hampton in, kicks it back out on top to Large. He thought about the 3, didn't take it. Arnett, Barker on him. Barker knocks it away from him, but it goes to Canes, and he dumps it down to Welch again. Trusty almost stripped him. He turns back to the left, misses the shot off the glass. And Bradley gets the rebound, spins left, brings it into the front court, drives down the lane in the corner. Barker on the wing. Asher Gamble, 3 on the way, good. Bang, 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 the triple for Asher Gamble, and Morgan County goes back up by 7, 25-18. Gamble with 6.
And how about that extra touch pass by Barker to set him up?
Really good ball work by Morgan County on that possession. The 1 extra pass rendered the wide open 3. Almost picked off Welch. He's fouled by Hampton, and he'll shoot 2. So Hampton picks up his second. First team foul on Morgan County of the second quarter. And with 1:52 left on the clock, we'll have the media timeout here in the second period. 25-18, Morgan County leads by 7, and we'll be back to Ellis T. Johnson Arena right after this.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
25-18, Morgan County, 152 left in the first half. Hosea Large leads Raceland in scoring with 6. Asher Gamble has 9 for Morgan County. And Skylar, Morgan County's had a good first half so far.
Yeah, they're looking great. You know, if you're Reese, Blake, and Gamble, you got to be happy with your boys out here right now.
Charles Welch, the 6'7" senior, 81.4% on the season for Welch. First time at the free throw line tonight, misses the first one. And this guy on the season, not only is he big, he can shoot. He can shoot from the floor, he can shoot from behind the three-point line, and he makes free throws, and he misses them both. So I put the old announcer's hex on him. Asher Gamble, 3, no good from the left wing. Rebound Hampton, extended possession. Bradley, the 3, that's no good. Hampton chases it down again. Gamble, top of the key, 3, third time, no good. And finally, Jacob Waller pulls down a rebound for Raceland. And there's a turnover. The pass was too far ahead. Gamble picks it up. Asher into the front court. Drives down the left side of the lane underneath the bucket. Kicks it in the corner. Barker fakes a 3. Now he'll take it. It's no good. And Welch goes up to get the rebound. Barker got Evans off his feet with the fake and had the wide open 3. He just couldn't make the bucket. Clock approaches a minute left here in the first half. Evans on the wing. Tries to dump it down to Welch. And they'll call that foul on Parker Trusty. That's Parker's 3rd foul here in the first half.
You know, too, and watching Asher has kind of spoiled us. It seems like every time the ball touches his hand, I'm ready to call it a made shot.
Yeah.
So
Gage Gamble checks back into the lineup. Trusty will go to the bench with 3 points and 3 fouls. Waller will toss it in. Comes out on top to Evans. Evans cross court to Large. Clock down under 55. Eli Evans, the 6-foot junior, comes near side to Arnett. Arnett gives it back to Large, and he hands it to Waller.
Morgan County just playing this 2-3 zone, sitting back, waiting to see what Raceland's going to do.
Raceland may be holding for the last shot. Large on the wing. Lobs it inside, and look at that pass, catch, and dunk. Large with the assist. Eli Evans jumped like a jackrabbit on that with the dunk.
How about that?
25-20, lead down to 5. They just lulled Morgan County to sleep, working that basketball around the perimeter.
And that's the bad thing about the 2-3 zone. You don't typically have a lot of people in the 16th region who's a high flyer. But if you have one who is, he can split that zone and literally go up above you.
Well,
Easy 2 points.
I'll tell you one thing. Eli Evans plays a lot higher above the rim than his 6-foot height.
Yeah.
He did on that one anyway. Lead cut to 5. 12.7 seconds left. Morgan County with the turnover. Raceland with the basketball. Large in the corner. Clock down to 5. Gets it out to Arnett. Top of the key. 3 ball on the way. No good. And with 0.6 of a second left, we'll have a foul on Morgan County. That'll be on Grayson Hampton.
So enough time for an out-of-bounds play here.
And Hampton picks up his 3rd foul with 0.6 of a second left on the clock. So now Hampton and Trusty both with 3 fouls.
And pay attention to that.
And Aiden Witt checks into the lineup for Morgan County. Timeout Raceland. Let's take it with them. 0.6 of a second left on the clock. 25-20, Morgan County leads by 5. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
0.6 of a second, you got time for one thing. That's just to catch and shoot, and that's a quick one.
That's it.
Can't turn around, you can't do anything. You just got to catch it and shoot.
Well, how about this? Let's do a different perspective. What if the timeout here was to draw up a lob play and try to draw a foul?
That's exactly what I was sitting here thinking. And you pick up another foul on Morgan County. Of course, Trusty
Nobody on the floor has a foul.
And Hampton's already on the bench with 3. Here there was Welch cutting across lane. Large, top of the key, 3 on the way, no good. And that brings us to the end of the first half. So Raceland did get off a shot, they just couldn't connect. 25-20, Morgan County with a 5-point lead at the break. We'll go back to the studio and get a commercial or 2 in, and when we come back, Stephen Gullett will have some more interviews here. You're watching the boys 16th Region High School Basketball Tournament from Ellis T. Johnson Arena on the campus of Morehead State University.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th Region coverage.
We are courtside with Braxton Howard. He is the athletic director for Morgan County High School. Appreciate you stopping by and talking to us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. I guess what'd you think about the first half?
Well, all things considered, pretty positive. It'll be at 5 at the half. Big foul right there on Grayson to pick up his 3rd with a second left, so that may change the complexity of the second half, but hopefully we can fight through that.
Yep. Wasn't a whole lot of fouls called, but the two players got 3 fouls now.
Yep.
So,
and 2 key ones.
Yeah, exactly. So keep an eye on that in the second half. So with the tournament, the schedule of it is actually, the girls going to play first, get it over with. It was over with last night. Boys starting today, all 4 games, first round. What's your feedback? What have you heard? And what are your thoughts about the new schedule?
Well, so it was talked about back in December, maybe switching up the schedule of the tournament. Attendance has been way down since COVID. Just trying to come up with some ideas on how to boost attendance. So the girls' state tournament always starts a week before the boys, so they always need to get their tournament done first. So Morehead proposed 2 different schedules, like we've been doing it the last several years, or this way. All of the schools in the region got together and voted. It was an 8-7 vote to change it this way, just to kind of see how that would affect attendance. So far, all the feedback's been pretty good. The girls' attendance, I think, was up just a little bit compared to past years. This morning session for the boys seemed to be pretty good. We obviously have a great crowd. I don't know, Raceland could have maybe helped us out a little bit, but so far so good. I think everybody seemed to have enjoyed it. I guess we'll see come Monday and Tuesday what the attendance is there.
All right. So second half, what's the Cougars got to do to get a win here?
Well, first off, stay out of foul trouble. If you can keep this lead to the 4th quarter, we've been pretty good all year about once it gets late, spread the floor, drive it, get to the foul line, and make some free throws. So
Morgan County shoots really good from the free throw line as a team. So
hopefully we'll be able to continue that.
All right. Well, Braxton, we appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Hey, we'll get back and get you ready for the second half. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV, Channel 2.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standard Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
At halftime, Morgan County with a 25-20 lead over Raceland. And Reese Griffith has to be happy with how Morgan County's played overall in the first half. They have a 5-point lead as we get ready to start the second half here in just a few minutes. First half statistics, Raceland shot 36.4% from the floor on 8 of 22, 3 of 12 from behind the three-point line, 25%. And they was 1 of 3 from the charity stripe for 33.3%. Morgan County shot 36% from the floor on 9 of 25, 21.4% from behind the three-point line on 3 of 14. They were perfect at the free throw line, 4 of 4. Biggest lead in the first half for Raceland was 2, and that came at the 7:24 mark of the first quarter, first 2 points of the game. Morgan County's biggest lead was by 8. That came at the 4:45 mark of the second quarter. That was also their biggest run of the first half. They had scored 7 straight to build up to that 8-point lead. Raceland's biggest scoring run in the first half was 3, and that came at the 2:01 mark of the first quarter. 1 lead change, 2 ties. Raceland led for 57 seconds. Morgan County led for 12 minutes and 8 seconds. Points off turnovers, Morgan County plus 7 in the first half, 7-0. Points in the paint, Raceland plus 2 at 10-8. Second chance points, Morgan County plus 1 at 3-2. Fast break points, plus 9 in favor of the Cougars, 9-0. And Raceland's bench has outscored Morgan County's by 6 in the first half, 6-0. Scoring in the first half for Raceland, 7 points for Eli Evans. He leads them in scoring at the break. 6 points for Josie Large. He had 6 points on 2 triples. He was 2 of 4, the 8th grader was in the first half. 4 points for Charlie Welch. Charlie with 3 rebounds to go with those 4 points at 2 block shots. 3 points for Jonah Arnett. He's got 4 rebounds to go with those 3 points. And that rounds out the 20 points in scoring for Raceland. For Morgan County, they were led by Asher Gamble with 9 points on 3 of 6 shooting from the floor. 6 points for Aiden Barker on 2 of 5 shooting from the floor. Barker has 3 rebounds and 4 assists and 1 block shot to go with his 6 points. 5 points for Eli Bradley, 2 points for Grayson Hampton with 5 rebounds, and 3 points for Parker Trusty rounds out the 25 points in scoring for Morgan County. 2 Morgan County players with 3 fouls in the first half, Parker Trusty and Grayson Hampton. Really, the only person with more than 1 foul for Raceland in the first half was Jacob Waller with 2. So Morgan County leads by 5. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. Skylar, what are you thinking about the first half?
Well, you know, I mean, Morgan County came back out with 5 minutes left on the clock, and I kind of feel like they do. You know, they keep doing what they're doing. Parker and Grayson both are going to have to stay out of foul trouble. And that one that Grayson had earlier, that little frustration foul between him and Welch when they was down there going back and forth, you can't blame him for the intensity, but that's a foul that I'm going to be paying attention to for the rest of the game and something that could be affecting him here later on.
It very well could. 90 seconds left on the clock before we start the second half. Let's slip in one quick commercial, and we'll be back to LST Johnson Arena here in just a moment with the second half. You're watching the boys' 16th Region High School Basketball Tournament at Morehead State University.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th Region coverage.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know. Familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
To the second half we go, 25-20. Morgan County with a 5-point lead as we start the third quarter. Asher Gamble, Parker Trusty, Aiden Barker, Grayson Hampton, and Eli Bradley on the floor. The starting 5 for Morgan County to start the second half. Barker will throw it in here almost directly in front of us at half court. Evans, Waller, Arnett, Large, and Welch on the floor. And again, that's wrong on what they've got down here on the scoreboard. We'll get to Raceland's starting lineup in just a moment. Gamble drives in the lane, puts a shot up, and that's in. Asher Gamble starts the second half with his first 2 points of the third quarter. Gamble's got 11 in the game now. He's in double digits. Morgan County goes back up by 7. Welch puts it up off the block and in. And that was made possible by the pass from Jonah Arnett with the dime and Welch with the bucket. And the lead's cut to 5, 27-22.
And he's just so big, he just needs to get to a spot to score.
He can't, they have trouble stopping him in there if they can get him down on the block like that. 3-ball on the way, Grayson Hampton. That's no good. Look at Evans getting up to get that rebound.
He's like a deer.
Way above the rim. Waller brings it into the front court on the left wing. Welch wanting the basketball. He's calling for it with Barker on him. Jonah Arnett at the logo.
He's in position down there.
Waller on the wing. Look at Welch and Barker going at it, and that whistle stops play, and they'll call the foul. And that's on Barker. And they was really going at it down there on the block.
You know, I mean, what can you do? He's such a mismatch for no matter who guards him down there. You got to be as rough as you can with him.
Evans drives in the lane, puts a shot up over Trusty, misses it, and the rebound comes off to Hampton. Haynes, Evans, Arnett, Waller, and Welch on the floor to start the second half for Raceland. Barker's fouled as he drives down the right side of the lane. That foul's on Arnett. That's his first and the first team foul. Bradley with the basketball. Gives it to Barker. Barker at the top of the key, drives down the left side of the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. Barker shielded the defender with his body, put the shot up high off the glass and scores. Then the lead goes back to 7, 29-22. Evans down the lane, off the glass, no good. That was partially blocked by Hampton, but they're going to call Hampton for the foul as well.
And that's number 4.
4 on him.
Just like I was talking about, you know, coming into the half. That one small foul that he had came back to bite him. And it wasn't nothing of his own fault, like I was saying. It's just an intensity foul, but, you know, look where it puts him now.
Gage Gamble will check in for him here just as soon as he can. Eli Evans at the free throw line. First free throw up and no good. That's Evans' first free throw attempt of this basketball game. The 6-foot junior, 41.2% from the free throw line on the season. As Hampton goes to the bench now with 4 fouls. Evans misses them both. Barker gets the rebound. So we'll see how Morgan County does with Hampton on the bench with 4. And Gage Gamble in the lineup in his place. Barker works off a Gamble pick down the right side of the lane, misses the shot, but he hits the ground hard. Gage Gamble did as well. And Barker will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Eli Evans picks up the foul. That's his first. And he's not shooting, or is he shooting free throws? I thought he was in the act of shooting when they blowed the whistle.
He was in the air and going towards the basket, so.
They're just cleaning up some sweat off the floor there. Barker goes back to the free throw line now. 2 of 2 from the free throw line so far in this game. 73.1% on the season. Barker makes the first one. He's got 9. And the lead's up to 8. He makes them both, and the lead's 9, matches Morgan County's biggest lead. And Barker has 10 in the game. He's in double digits. Arnett works at the free throw line, gives it out on the wing to Waller. Waller comes back top of the key, finds Haynes. Haynes drives in the lane, puts a shot up over Trusty, and good. And Parker couldn't do anything but just back up with his hands extended in there. He didn't want to pick up that 4th foul.
No, he didn't.
Haynes very smartly went right up over him and scored, and it cuts the lead to 7, 31-24.
And that's a high basketball IQ play by Haynes.
Yeah, it is. Barker drives on Welch, puts a shot up, no good. Welch partially deflected that. Here comes Waller into the front court. Waller reverses dribble, goes cross court. Spinning in the lane, on the glass, shot up off the glass and in by Eli Haynes. Count the bucket, and that cuts the lead to 5. And that foul will be on Asher Gamble, I believe. That's Gamble's first foul of the basketball game. And Eli Haynes, the 6-foot senior, will try to complete the 3-point play. 41% on the season. And he misses the free throw. And it goes out of bounds to Morgan County. .457 left on the clock as Barker gets it into Gamble. He's double teamed. And they'll call a foul on Raceland. And head coach Joe Bryan certainly didn't like that call. But in any event, the foul's on Eli Evans. That's his second. 3rd team foul. Both teams 2 fouls away from shooting bonus. Gamble gets it to Bradley. Bradley down the lane over Welch, misses the shot, and the rebound comes off to Eli Haynes. And you know, Welch, even when he don't get a block, he still alters your move and shot. How about another one off the glass? The bank is open as Jacob Waller banks that one in on the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play, and the lead's down to 3, 31-28. So Morgan County had a 9-point lead. Grayson Hampton picked up his 4th foul. He went to the bench, and Raceland's working on that lead. They've got it down to 2 now.
Taking back up in that full court press.
31-29. Barker gets it to Trusty on the wing. Trusty drives in the paint, kicks it back to Bradley. Free throw line jumper. Eli Bradley, no good. And it goes out of bounds. Was last touched by Eli Evans. And I really hadn't paid any attention to how high Evans was jumping until he dunked that basketball on that pass, and I'm watching him now, and I'm telling you, he's got rockets in his shoes. Gamble, top of the key 3 for Morgan County. That was a big triple for Asher Gamble. He's got 14 now to lead Morgan County in scoring, lead back to 5, 34-29. Evans in the corner, floats it down to Welch. Welch gets it, puts it up off the glass and in. Welch with 8. And the lead's back to 3, 34-31.
And that wasn't bad defense by Aiden. You got to pick what you're going to do. You're either going to try to cheat the big and beat the pass and try to give up that down low, or you're going to foul him.
One or the other. Jacob Waller's fouled as he drives to the bucket, trying to score. And I believe that's not on Trusty. They called it on Gamble. I believe Parker thought it was on him because he was walking toward the bench.
Yep. I think he got away with one there.
Gamble picks up his second. And Waller goes to the free throw line, misses his first one. He's 1 of 2 from the charity stripe this evening. Waller has 3 points in the game for Raceland. He makes the second, splits the power, cuts the lead to 2, 34-32, as Large checks back into the lineup for Raceland for Eli Haynes. Gamble will toss it in, gets it into Barker. Over to Bradley. Bradley gets it across the timeline. On the wing, Trusty. Fake the three. Gets it to Bradley. Back to the logo and Gamble. Asher Gamble drives around large. Scoop shot off the glass and in. Asher Gamble, a scoring machine when he gets hot. He's got 16. And the lead's 4, 36-32. Jonah Arnett drives in the lane. Puts a shot up and the bank is open again. Arnett hits the runner in the lane off the glass. And he'll go to the free throw line. And he'll try to complete the three-point play and cut this lead to 1 if he can make this. Arnett with 5 now for Raceland. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Make it 2 of 2. And the lead's down to 1, 36-35. As Eli Caines checks back into the lineup, this time they'll give Welch a rest. Asher Gamble will toss it in. Gets it into Barker. He comes near side to Bradley. Bradley gets it in the front court. Drives down the left side of the lane. Puts it off the glass and in. Eli Bradley with the drive and score. And Morgan County back up by 3, 38-35. Bradley has 7. Arnett brings it across the timeline. Clock down under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Jacob Waller at the logo. Gives it to Evans. Back the logo to Arnett. Now they dump it down to Large at the free throw line. Arnett fakes a 3. Drives down the left side of the lane. Misses the runner. Shot tipped up. No good by Caines. He gets the rebound. Goes back up a second time and scores. And the lead's back down to 1, 38-37. And you can see what Grayson Hampton means to this team now. There's a turnover, and that shot's no good. Rebound followed up, no good by Evans. My goodness, Evans' head was above the rim on that. And at 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter, we come to the media timeout here in quarter number 3. The SpreeTV media timeout finds Morgan County leading by the slimmest of margins, 38-37. We'll be back to MSU to see what happens right after this.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
38-37, Morgan County leads by 1 with 2:22 left here in the third quarter.
If you're a basketball fan, you've enjoyed this one.
You've enjoyed this one. It's been a good one. Bradley brings it into the front court for Morgan County. He's got Caines on him, and Caines is all over him. Pushing off by both players. Gage Gamble with the basketball. Gamble's double team gets it back to Bradley. Bradley drives around. Caines puts a shot up, no good in the lane, and it'll stay on the Morgan County end of the floor. Bradley will throw it in on the Morgan County baseline. Gets it into Barker. Barker with Arnett on him, gives it to Gamble. Asher's three's good, and Asher Gamble's had a big third quarter. He's got 19, and the lead's back to 4.
He's so much fun to watch.
He certainly is. Clock down under a minute 35 now as Raceland tries to answer that 3 from Gamble, and Large will put one up left side. He does. Wow. The 8th grader with his 3rd triple of the game, and it cuts the lead to 1. He's not afraid of the big shot.
No. Josiah for the job.
Bradley gets it to Barker to Trusty in the front court. Pull up 3, left wing. It's no good. And the rebound's taken down by Welch.
And boy, that looked good from here.
The big guy gives it to Arnett. Arnett brings it into the front court. Look at that contact between Asher Gamble and Welch. What a rebound by Canes. Extends the possession. Arnett gives it to Large. He's feeling it. Left wing deep. Good. My goodness, right in front of the head coach at the bench. He hits that triple. That's his fourth one. And Raceland has the lead, 43-41. And Gamble's fouled. And that foul's on Jonah Arnett. So Arnett picks up the foul, his second, fourth team foul on Raceland. And they're sending both teams to the bench right now, and they're going to have to talk about what's going on here. This game's getting very physical, Skylar.
Very chippy.
And you can see over on the Raceland side that Eli Canes is pleading his case to the huddle as he laid back like he was hit, explaining what was happening. And neither one of these teams is fond of the other one, I'll tell you that. Neither team has the other one on the Christmas card list, I'll guarantee you that.
No birthday party invite for you.
So a technical foul was called on Eli Canes, and Asher Gamble makes the first free throw of the technical. He makes them both, and we're tied at 43. Gamble's got 21 of Morgan County's 43 points. And Asher will toss it in right here in front of us. Evans checks back into the lineup for Raceland. Bradley with the basketball with Evans on him. Brings it across the timeline. Clock down under 40. Barker on the wing. Gets it top of the key to Gage Gamble. Trusty calls for it. They get it to him on the right wing. Looking for Barker down on the block. He gets it to him. Barker with Waller on him. Backs him in. Puts a shot up over to try to go over Welch, and they'll call the foul on Welch. And again, these teams getting awful chippy. That's the third foul on Waller. And the 15th foul on Raceland. So Aiden Barker will go to the free throw line. He's been there 4 times, made them all 4. And this game's all even right now at 43. And Barker puts them back on top with that first free throw. Morgan County's 9 of 9 from the free throw line in this game. Asher Gamble's 4 of 4. Aiden Barker's 5 of 5. Looks to make it a perfect 6 of 6, and he does. And Morgan County's 10 of 10 from the charity stripe, and they lead by 2, 45-43. Skylar, there's them big free throws we talked about. Jacob Waller with a basketball, 15 seconds on the clock. Asher Gamble on him. Clock down to 10. Go time on the wing to Large. Large backs up, shoots a 3 over Gage Campbell. Why not? He makes another one. Half-court jumper by Barker just off the front of the rim, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. A good third quarter for Raceland. Raceland finds themselves on top at the end of 3, 46-45. And when we come back, we'll have the exciting fourth quarter action. You're watching the boys 16th Region High School Tournament basketball action on SpreeTV Network.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Stanford Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Stanford Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
It was 25-20 at the break. Morgan County had the 5-point lead. Raceland outscores Morgan County by 6 in the second quarter, but Morgan County had a 9-point lead, Skylar. Grayson Hampton picked up his 4th foul. They sent him to the bench, and after that, Raceland's outscored him by 10 to take the 1-point lead.
Yep. And what a 3 to end the quarter there, too.
Large is 5 of 7 from all of them from behind the 3-point line. Look here, top of the key 3. That one's no good, but Welch gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Welch gives them a 3-point lead. And the basketball goes out of bounds. It will belong, it looks like, to Morgan County. 48-45 Raceland. Bradley, Gamble, Trusty, Hampton back on the floor, and Barker for Morgan County. Evans, Waller, Arnett, Large, and Welch on the floor for Raceland. Barker at the top of the key gets it on the wing to Gamble. Asher Gamble drives, puts a shot off the glass, and the bank is open on the Morgan County end. Gamble with the runner banks it high off the square, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Asher's got 23 points now.
Not only does he have 23 points, he has 23 points on 8 of 11 attempts.
And he can tie this game with this free throw if he makes it, and he misses it. First free throw Morgan County's missed. First free throw Gamble's missed. 10 of 11 from the line.
And you know, Aiden and Asher was the only ones who had shot free throws.
Raceland with the basketball and a 1-point lead, and look at Welch calling for the ball. And they call him for the charge.
Great play by Aiden there.
Aiden Barker slid right under him and took the charge.
And that's what you got to do. Those types of plays matter, and if you make those types of plays, you're a high-value player.
That's the second foul on Welch. And hey, look here, we've got a broom down there now sweeping. 7-11 on the clock. Gamble will toss it in. Asher Gamble gets it into Barker. Back to Asher. Asher finds Bradley in the front court. In the corner, Trusty, wide open 3, no good. Rebound Bradley, extends the possession. Trusty throws it back to Gamble at the logo. Gamble with Large on him, the 8th grader. Let's see if he tries to take it around him. He does, kicks it in the corner. Barker 3 on the way, halfway down and out. Tipped by Bradley, no good. And the rebound comes off to Canes for Raceland. He gets it to Arnett. Arnett across the timeline. Top of the key, pulls up 3. Good.
Wow.
Jonah Arnett with a dart. And the lead's 4 by Raceland, 51-47.
2 dribbles into the front court, pull up cash.
Bradley drives in the lane, puts a shot up on Welch, and good. Count the bucket, and Welch picks up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. And Eli Bradley will go to the free throw line and try to complete the 3-point play as Morgan County trails by 2, 51-49. And Bradley will be the first player rather than Barker or Asher Gamble to shoot a free throw for Morgan County in this game.
And this gives him a chance to get into double digits with Barker and Gamble.
66.7% on the season, and Bradley misses the free throw. So they made their first 9 as a team. They've missed their last 2. And those 2 free throws will have it tied right now. It's 51-49. Raceland with the basketball. Arnett jumper, left elbow. No good. Long rebound chased down by Evans on the wing. Extends the possession. Evans with Hampton on him. Drives on him. Puts it up over him. No good. Tips it back up and in. And Evans just went up with one hand and tipped that basketball mid-air in. 53-49 Raceland.
You know, and yeah, he's 6 foot, but he plays as big as Welch does.
Evans with 9, and Barker misses the runner underneath, but that foul will be on Welch, and that's his 4th.
So a big foul here on Raceland. And now the foul counts in play for both teams.
Actually, that's his 3rd. I'm sorry, 3 fouls on Welch.
Okay.
Barker's first free throw's up and no good, and Morgan County's missed their last 3 free throws after making their first 9.
And Raceland's got to be happy. They got 4 team fouls right now. They're seeing them miss all these. It's easing that pressure up on them.
Barker splits the pair. Aiden's got 13, the lead's 3. Morgan County takes a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:52 left on the clock in regulation. Raceland leads by 3, 53-50. And we'll be back to MSU right after this.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th region coverage.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
Back here at LST Johnson Arena, Raceland with a 3-point lead, 53-50, with 5:52 left in regulation. Skylar, what are you thinking right now?
Well, what do you think Morgan County's thinking? They kind of cruised here for the first 30 minutes of the game. These last four, the last 2 minutes of the third quarter and the first 2 of the fourth, have really been all racing.
Well, the whole key to it was when Hampton picked up his 4th foul, and they've kind of struggled ever since, and Evans hits the runner on the baseline, and Raceland goes back up by 5, 55-50. Evans in double digits now with 11 points. Barker drives down the left side underneath, misses a scoop shot off the glass, and it goes out of bounds off of Raceland. And Barker took that basketball right at Welch, trying to pick up that 4th foul on him, but he didn't bite. Bradley will toss it in on the baseline. Gets it into Barker in the corner. Barker comes back outside. Walks to the logo. Drives down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Hampton, 3-ball on the way. Good. Grayson Hampton with the triple. Morgan needed that shot. Cuts the lead to 2, 55-53.
Big shot by Grayson.
Arnett crosses the timeline, gives it to Large. Large finds Welch on the block, over Barker, off the glass and in. Welch with 12 points, and the lead's back to 4, 57-53 Raceland. Barker drives down the right side. Hampton kick out shot, wing shot, no good. And the basketball's rebounded by Arnett for Raceland. Arnett brings it into the front court. Clock down under 4:30 now left in the 4th quarter. Bradley on Arnett. Arnett drives him down the left side of the lane, backs it out now. They swing it around the perimeter. Evans drives on Hampton, puts a shot up over him, no good. They're trying to draw that 5th foul on Hampton. Welch misses the shot inside, and the rebound's pulled down by Parker Trusty. Boy, they're working the ball hard at Hampton when he's on defense for Morgan County.
They want him out. They know what a positive addition he is.
And Gamble and Evans over there just had smacking back and forth, both of them right in front of the referee, and he didn't blow the whistle. Barker drives on Welch. Welch blocks the shot and saves the ball inbounds. And here comes Arnett into the front court. Look at that pass to Large, back to Evans, and it goes out of bounds off of Gamble. So Gamble disrupted the pass. That saved 2 points there as well. Jacob Waller checks back into the lineup for Raceland. For Eli Caines. Waller tosses it inbounds in the corner. 3-ball on the way. Arnett was no good. Welch offensive rebound back up, no good, but a whistle stops the play.
I think that's on Grayson.
That's on Barker.
Okay.
Barker second.
That's what I seen.
And
Grayson
Hampton with a sigh of relief.
As soon as that whistle was blown, he looked up.
Welch at the free throw line. He's got 12 points. He's 0 of 2 from the free throw line, make it 0 of 3. As Caines checks back into the lineup for Raceland, the 6-foot senior. Welch makes the second one. So he's 1 of 4 from the free throw line for the game, and Raceland's up by 5. Charlie has 13 points in the game. Bradley in the front court.
We're starting to get into crunch time here.
Clock under 3:20. Morgan County trails by 5. Trusty dumps it down on the block to Barker, and he puts it up off the glass and in. Trusty with the assist, Barker with the bucket. Aiden's got 15 in the game now, and the lead's cut to 3. Arnett with the basketball in the front court. Clock under 3 minutes. Arnett drives down the left side, puts a shot up, no good. But he should be shooting free throws, and the foul will be on Bradley for Morgan County. That's his first. Jonah Arnett goes to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2 in this basketball game, and he'll shoot those right after we take the media timeout. 2:56 left in regulation here. We'll take the SpreeTV media timeout to score. Raceland 58, Morgan County 55, and we'll be back to Ellis T. Johnson Arena right after this.
Stanford Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Stanford Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook.
(58-55), Raceland with a 3-point lead over Morgan County with 2:56 left on the clock. And Jonah Arnett at the free throw line for Raceland. He's got 9 points. He's perfect, 2 of 2 in the game from the free throw line. Make it 3 of 3 as he makes the first. He's in double digits now with 10. Raceland's got 4 players in double digits.
That's what you call an evenly spread game.
And the 8th grader Large leads Raceland with 15 points on 5 triples. Arnett misses the second. And Raceland leads by 4 as Bradley brings it into the front court. Gives it to Barker. Barker to Hampton, works it on the far side to Trusty. Trusty dumps it to Barker, and they'll have the foul on Evans as he's all over the back of Barker.
Morgan County's in the bounce.
3rd foul on Evans, and Barker will go to the free throw line for Morgan County. 7 of 8, Aiden is in this basketball game. Morgan County's 11 of 14. He makes the first one. Cuts the lead to 3, 59-56. Barker with 16 now. As Waller checks back into the lineup for Raceland. Barker makes them both. He's got 17.
This is where we was talking about those free throws. They make those other 3, they're up 1 right now.
Let's see if they can dig out of the hole. They're only down by 1 field goal. If they can have a defensive stand here, Large with the basketball. Throws it back. Welch with the shot on the baseline. It's good up and off the glass. And Raceland goes back up by 4. Welch with 15. Barker in the front court. Arnett on him. He drives Arnett down to the right elbow and loses it. It's a turnover. Waller comes up with it, brings it into the front court, finds Welch on the wing, back to Waller. Clock under 2 minutes now. And there's a steal. Bradley comes up with the basketball, drives up off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Barker back up and in. Aiden Barker with the offensive rebound and putback. He's got 19, and the lead's down to 2. And again, Morgan County needs a stop.
And not only does he have 19, he's got 7 assists and 5 and 6 rebounds.
Here goes Welch. And they call him for the travel, and he turned to drive to the basket before he put his dribble down. He's talking to himself right now. He's mad. But it was a good call.
And that could be one that comes back to haunt him.
Canes checks back into the lineup for Raceland. And watch Gamble and Evans here as they'll push when they go down under the bucket. They've really been going at it. Bradley crosses the timeline. Clock down to 1:25. Timeout. Head coach Reese Griffith, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Raceland leads by 2, 61-59. And Skylar, this has been an excellent basketball game.
It has. If you're a basketball fan, you've loved every minute. If you're a Morgan County fan, you've been on the edge of your seat for about the past 15 minutes.
Raceland has 4 players in double digits. Welch and Large lead Raceland in scoring with 15. Welch 7 of 11 from the floor. Large is 5 of 8. All 5 of 8 is behind the three-point line for the 8th grader for his 15. 11 points for Eli Evans, and Jonah Arnett has 10. Morgan County's led by Asher Gamble with 23. Aiden Barker right behind him with 19. And Raceland outscored Morgan County 26-20 in the third quarter, and they're up 15-14 here in the fourth quarter. So 41-34, Raceland's outscored Morgan County by 7 here in the second half. They lead by 2. Out of the timeout, they throw it in the backcourt. Barker gets it and brings it back across the timeline. Clock down to 1:15. Aiden on the wing, gives it to Gamble. Fakes a 3, drives down the lane, puts it up off the glass. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Welch. Welch with his 9th rebound. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. And the clock winds down under a minute as Arnett brings it into the front court. Bradley on him. Arnett gets it in the corner to Evans, and a timeout is now taken by head coach Joe Bryan, and we'll take that with him. 51.7 seconds left on the clock, a 60-second timeout. When we come back to MSU, Raceland will have a 2-point lead and the basketball. We'll be right back.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
61-59, Raceland with the 2-point lead in the basketball. And Waller will toss it in out of the timeout right in front of the Raceland bench. Morgan County needs to stop. Welch with the basketball hands it back to Waller. And Waller's fouled by Asher Gamble.
Morgan County still has 2 more fouls to give, too.
They sure do. And that's probably why they fouled right there. They want to go ahead and get it to the point to where Raceland's shooting free throws. And there's the 4th foul on Morgan County. That was on Eli Bradley. His 2nd. And the next foul now will put Raceland on the free throw line. Waller will toss it in. They can't let Welch get under the bucket. Large, top of the key. He's double teamed. Gets it to Evans. Evans had a jumper on the baseline, wasn't interested in it. Gets it to Welch. There he is in the lane. He's fouled. And who's this foul on? Let's see. Is it on Bradley? It is on Bradley. That's his 3rd. And Welch will go back to the free throw line. Been an excellent free throw shooter all season for Raceland, 81.4%. But he's 1 of 4 in this game. Make it 1 of 5. Sometimes there's just a lid on that bucket.
There is. And this gym does no favors for shooting either.
Eli Canes checks back into the lineup for Raceland. Welch makes the second. He splits the pair. He's got 16 in the game now, overall leading score for Raceland. And the lead's 3. Clock down under 30 seconds. Grayson Hampton with the basketball. Gets it to Gamble. Gamble with Evans on him. Clock down to 23. Gamble drives to the baseline, and they call Evans for the foul. That's his 4th. And Asher Gamble will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. I don't know that that's a bad foul by Raceland, rather than it puts one of the best free throw shooters stayed on the free throw line, because they didn't want him to hit a 3.
Right.
First free throw cuts the lead to 2 as Large checks back into the lineup for Canes for Raceland.
You know, this game's been a story of free throws.
Asher's got 24s. He makes them both, and the lead's cut to 1. Timeout now taken by Morgan County. Let's get another commercial in. 20.6 seconds left on the clock. It's a full timeout. When we come back to Moorhead in 60 seconds, Raceland leads by 1, 62-61.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know. Familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
Both teams have scored 16 points in the 4th quarter, and Raceland still hangs on to that precarious 1-point lead, 62-61, with 20.6 seconds left on the clock. Out of the timeout, Waller will toss it in on the baseline. And we'll see what Morgan County is going to do. Full court pressure. They get it into Large. Now they float it up top into the front court to Arnett. And Arnett's fouled by Bradley with 13.7 seconds left on the clock. So Jonah Arnett will shoot free throws. He's been to the free throw line 4 times in this game. He's made 3 of them. And on the season, he shoots 79.5%. Raceland
has to make 1.
They're 7 of 16 from the free throw line in this game, and he makes the first one. Arnett's 4 of 5 now from the free throw line, and he has 11 points. And this one's a big, and it put it to 3.
This is an insurance shot here.
He makes them both, no problem. Arnett with 12, and Canes checks back into the lineup for Large. And with 13.7 seconds left on the clock, Morgan County will take a timeout to draw up the play. They trail by 3, 64-61 Raceland. We'll be back to Ellis T. Johnson Arena right after this.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th region coverage.
Well, this has been some more basketball game. Raceland on top right now by 3, 64-61. And we've got 13.7 seconds left on the clock. Morgan County's largest lead has been 9, and that was at the 5:52 mark of the 3rd quarter, 31-22. And that was about the time that Hampton picked up his 4th foul and went to the bench.
And no timeouts left for Morgan County.
Here we go. Gamble works off a Hampton screen, puts up a long 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled back down by Hampton. Bradley, 3, right side, no good. And that'll be the last shot. That's the way the game ends. And the Raceland Rams have advanced to the semifinals of the 16th Region Tournament on Monday evening with a 64-61 hard-fought victory over Morgan County. We'll go back to the studio, get in a couple of commercials. When we come back, we'll look at the official statistics, and I think we'll have another interview by Stephen Gullett. I believe he's going to interview the mayor of the city of West Liberty. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we'll see what happens.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stanford Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Stanford Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
Well, 3 games of 4 is in the books here at LST Johnson Arena, the opening round of the boys 16th Region High School basketball tournament. This last game was the best one yet, Skylar, as far as competitive. Raceland defeats Morgan County 64-61. What's your thoughts after we've sat here for a few minutes?
You know, it was a great game. Morgan County just couldn't squeeze it out there at the end. Grayson Hampton getting his 4th foul is really what I think hurt Morgan County.
That changed the whole complexity of this game.
Yes, it changed the complete complexity of this game. Raceland knew that Parker was in foul trouble too, and they just started pounding the paint down there, you know. And Welch is so big that I firmly believe if he's just in the right spot, he's a threat.
Yeah.
He don't even have to really do anything. If he's just somewhere down around the block where they can get the ball to him, he's already altered the floor enough to where it lets Raceland have open shots or whatever they want him to do.
Well, and that's what I was talking about on the defensive end as well. He don't have to do anything at all. He's just there, and he's a big body to try to get around.
He is.
But he's just not there. He's got arms up. He's very athletic, and he gives Morgan County a lot of problems in the paint. We'll now go out to midcourt. Stephen Gullett will have head coach Ryan Bonner and the head coach of Rowan County here as well, Coach K. Let's go to Stephen now.
We're courtside with Coach K, the head coach of the Rowan County Vikings. Coach, appreciate you taking time out with us.
Absolutely.
I guess you've had a week off with the format being a little bit different. The girls playing first, getting their tournament completely over with. 4 games today for the first round of the boys. How does that affect your team being off that long?
We had a couple of days of rest, make sure everybody's recovering from the district tournament, and had a good week of practice, and we're ready to play tonight.
All right, good deal. And I guess this floor is a lot bigger. The background shooting's a little bit different. Any effect on your team, you think?
Well, it's their first time doing it here, so we're going to fight out pretty quick. Luckily, with the media timeouts, it'll give us a chance to get some extra breaks, make sure we use all the timeouts, make sure our guys are full capacity the whole game.
All right, good deal. And I guess, you have not played Ashland all year. So what do you know about them?
We know Ashland's a good basketball club. They have rich tradition in winning, and we're excited for the task today. We didn't get an opportunity to play them, and we're ready for tonight.
All right. And I guess the things that you can't control is your team.
Absolutely.
So what does your team got to do to get a win tonight?
Biggest thing, we got to rebound. We got to crash the boards hard. We got to find them early. We don't want them to they got big athletic guys. We don't want them to dictate where they're going to push us. So we got to get to them early, hold our ground, and we got to take care of the ball. This is a big court. You start slinging the ball around, layups get pretty quick on this floor.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Coach, we know you got a game to play. We appreciate you. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with Ashland's head coach right after this. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV, Channel 2.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th Region coverage.
Hey, we're back courtside with Coach Bonner of Ashland Blazer. Coach, you've had a week off. The format's a little bit different this year with the girls playing their tournament all the way through and got it over with last night. All first round games today. How's that affect your team?
You know, we liked it. We liked having the week down. It's nice to kind of be able to set it up to where our guys can be as fresh as possible mentally and physically heading into the tournament. So that's important. I'll never complain about having some rest time in March because it's so important to be fresh when you really need to play your best basketball at the right time.
Yeah. And, early in the season there, with all the weather, the bad weather, everything getting rescheduled, everybody had a lot of games at the end of the season.
Right, yeah. Everybody was cramming in games at the back end of their schedule, and, it's good to play, but when you hit late February, it's almost as important to just focus on yourself and rest and recover and get ready for March.
There you go. And I guess, this floor is big. It's wide, it's long, the background's a little different. How will that affect your team?
Well, fortunately, with our schedule, we played multiple events where we were on college floors. We were at Berea College, West Virginia State. There's probably a couple that I'm forgetting. So our guys have experience playing on the college-length floor. And, from a spacing standpoint, we really like it.
Okay. All right. You have not played Rowan County this year, but what do you know about them?
Well, the Cross kid is as good of an athlete as that we've seen this year. He's really explosive. really good at getting downhill and also playing in transition. And then they have a really dominant big in Barnett who's averaging 10 rebounds a game, and a lot of his rebounding production is on the offensive end, so that could pose an issue for us if we're not ready to match their physicality. I think Coach Kokendorfer's done a really good job of revitalizing and re-energizing that program. What they did in the district finals to come down 18 and find a way to win, there's not too many teams that can do that and battle that type of adversity, so that's a credit to him and the job that he's doing. But yeah, we're going to have to be super solid on both ends of the floor and really just do what has gotten us to this point and playing with extreme pace and sharing the basketball.
Okay. Well, Coach, we know you got a game to play. We appreciate you taking time out with us.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with the tip-off. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV, Channel 2.
Stephen Gullett with the interviews of both head coaches for Rowan County, Timothy Kokendorfer II. We call him Coach K affectionately. And the Ashland Tomcats head coach Ryan Bonner getting back to this first game here for just a couple of minutes before we address the nightcap here. Final score in game 2 was Raceland 64-61. Raceland shot 24-49 from the floor for 49%. They were 7 of 19 from behind the three-point line, 36.8%, and 50% from the free throw line on 9 of 18. Morgan County shot 39.2% from the floor on 20 of 51. They were 6 of 24 from behind the three-point line for 25%, and 15 of 18 from the charity stripe for 83.3%. Looking at some of the individual statistics in the basketball game, scoring first for Raceland. They were led in scoring by Charlie Welch with 16 points. The big guy missed a double-double by 1 rebound, 16 points and 9 rebounds for Welch. 15 points for Josiah Large on all three-point buckets. He was 5 of 8, the 8th grader was on threes. He can absolutely shoot the ball. He's a skill shooter. He had 15 here tonight. 12 for Jonah Arnett. He had 5 rebounds and 4 assists to go with those 12 points. 11 for Eli Evans. 6 points for Eli Caines. He had 8 rebounds to go with those 6 points. 4 points for Jacob Waller. He had 4 assists and 2 steals to go with those 4 points, and that rounds out the 64 points in scoring for Raceland. Morgan County had 61 points in the game. They were led by Asher Gamble. Gamble had 25 points to lead all scorers, and that's been the best mark so far in the 16th region tournament. 25 points on 8 of 13 shooting, 3 of 7 from behind the three-point line, 6 of 7 from the free throw line for Asher Gamble. 19 points for Aiden Barker. He was the second player for Morgan County in double digits. Barker with 19 points. He pulled down 6 rebounds, had 7 assists to go with those 19 points. 9 points for Eli Bradley. 5 points for Grayson Hampton, 6 rebounds to go with those 5 points. Bradley had 4 rebounds to go with his 9 points, and he had 3 steals as well. And 3 points for Parker Trusty. Trusty with 4 assists and 3 steals to go with those 3 points, rounds out to 61 points in scoring for Morgan County. Rebounding in the basketball game, 33-28 in the favor of Raceland. Biggest lead for Raceland was 5. Biggest lead for Morgan County was 9. Biggest runs for each team, 7 points for Raceland, 7 points for Morgan County. We had 4 lead changes, 3 ties. Raceland led for 9 minutes and 18 seconds. Morgan County led for 19 minutes and 28 seconds. Raceland a +8 on points, Morgan County a +8 on points off turnovers at 9-1. Raceland a +10 on points in the paint, 34-24. Morgan County +2 on second chance points, 14-12. They were +1 on fast break points at 10-9. But here's the big statistic that jumps out at me. Bench scoring in this game, Raceland 15-0. They outscored Morgan County by 15 points with their bench, and they win by 3. Morgan County outscored Raceland 13-9 in the first quarter, 12-11 in the second quarter. They had a 25-20 lead at the break. The Raceland outscored Morgan County 44-36 in the second half, and they win this basketball game 64-61.
Well, and just to reiterate on that, this time of year, your championship caliber teams are able to rotate their players. They're able to face adversity. If one player's in foul trouble, they have somebody who's as good or can fill the role that they were missing when they're gone. And that's your difference between winning the 16th region tournament and going home.
It is. It is. It's big when it comes in March, and Raceland got it done. They found a way to win a basketball game that they frankly trailed most of.
Yep.
But they led when it counted. Let's look at the final game here of this Saturday basketball smorgasbord at LST Johnson Arena. Rowan County taking on Ashland Blazer. Rowan County, the champions of the 61st district. Ashland Blazer, runners up in the 64th district. Rowan County defeated Fleming County 70-67 to win the 61st district championship in Frenchburg. They've won their last 3 games, and they've won 7 of their last 10. Third straight regional appearance for Rowan County, 25th appearance in the last 26 years. Just like springtime comes, you'll see Rowan County in the 16th region tournament. 14-10, a first-round record for Rowan County since 2001. They beat Raceland in the first round last year, 51-41. They're 6-8 in semifinal round games since 2001. They lost last year to this Ashland Blazer team, 61-39 in the semifinals. Their last semifinal round win was over Boyd County in 2021, and that was 60-49. They've appeared in 6 regional championship games since 2021. They have a record of 3-3 in those, and their last region championship was in 2012 when they defeated Ashland 59-56. They lost to Ashland 62-58 in overtime. The last title game appearance they had back in 2021 when Mason Moore was the senior for Rowan County, and I'll never forget doing that game here at LST Johnson Arena, one of the best high school basketball games that I ever watched. Rowan County against 16th region teams this year played 17 games. So far, they have a record of 9-8. Against this tournament field, they played 8 games during the regular season. Against this field, they had a record of 3-5, and they were outscored by 69 points. Ashland Blazer got here. They lost to Boyd County in the 64th District Championship game, 78-75. And Ashland has a record of 18-9 and lost 4 or 5 to end the regular season. They are the 7-time defending champions of the 16th region tournament, and it's their 10th straight appearance in the 16th region tournament since 2016. Their 25th overall appearance since 2001 here in Ashland. Same thing, spring will come, and Blazer will be in the 16th region tournament, just as sure as the world. They're 21-3 in first-round games since 2001. They've won their last 8 first-round games, and they're 16-5 in the semifinal round since 2001. They've won their last 9 semifinal round games. They beat Rowan County last year, as I said, 61-39 in the semis. And Ashland's 9-7 in championship games since 2001, and they've won the championship again the last 7 years straight. Ashland defeated Boyd County last year 55-47 to move on to the Sweet 16, and they have beaten Boyd County the last 4 years in the regional finals. Ashland played 16th region teams 6 times during the regular season, had a record of 5-1. They played this tournament field, those teams 4 times during the season, and they had a record of 3-1, and there was a plus 24 point differential in those 4 basketball games. Let's take a quick look at Rowan County under the direction of head coach Timothy Kokendorfer II, Coach K. They have a record of 14-14. They've won their last 2 games, 6-4 in their last 10. In calendar year 26 games, Rowan County's played 14 of them during the regular season. They were 7-7. Longest win streak of the season for the Vikings was 3. They did that twice. Their longest losing streak, also 3. They also did that 2 times. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for Rowan County. When the offense scores 70 points or better, they're 7-1. When the defense gives up less than 60, they did that 11 times, and they're 9-2. Head-to-head against Ashland, 23-13 overall is Rowan County. However, Ashland's won the last 5, and the Tomcats are 7-3 in the last 10. Ashland's 8-3 in the regional since '98 against Rowan County. Ashland's won the last 3 regional games head-to-head, and Ashland beat Rowan County again 61-39 in the semifinal round last year. Rowan County averaging 65.6 points per game while giving up 66.3. They were outscored by 18 points on the season. They shoot 45.8% from the floor, 32.3% from behind the three-point line, 67.6% from the charity stripe, and Rowan County pulls down 29.6 rebounds per game. Team leaders for Rowan County, Cam Cross, number 13, the leading scorer, 24.4 points per game, 16th in the state of Kentucky for Cross. Elijah Miller, number 32, their best shooter from the floor at 60.5%. Grant Rose, their best shooter from distance at 35.9%. Cam Cross, their best shooter from the free throw line, 76.3%. And Bentley Barnett, the leading rebounder for Rowan County, averaging 10 rebounds per game, and that puts him 28th in the state of Kentucky. Starting lineup for Rowan County. Let me make sure before I tell you this that it's right. They just posted starting lineups. Number 2, 5'9" junior Grant Rose. Rose averaging 8.7 points per game. Their best shooter from behind the three-point line, 35.9%, and their best free throw shooter at 92.9%. Number 3, 6-foot junior Drew Epling. Epling 7.9 points per game, 3.3 rebounds. Number 5, 6-foot sophomore Porter Coleman. Coleman averaging 6.5 points per game. Number 13, 6-foot junior Cameron Cross. Cross, their leading scorer, 24.4 points per game. Leading shooter from the floor at 49.3% and pulls down 5 rebounds per basketball game. And number 24, 6'6" freshman Bentley Barnett. Barnett averaging 13.3 points per game, and their leading rebounder, he averages a double-double, 13.3 and 10 rebounds per basketball game. Take a quick look at Ashland Paul Blazer, the Tomcats. Under the direction of 4th-year head coach Ryan Bonner. Bonner with an 88-40 record overall for Ashland. Ashland's 18-9. They lost their last game at Boyd County in the district championship, and the Tomcats are 5-5 their last 10 games. Head-to-head again, as I told you, 23-13 overall. Ashland's won the last 5 in this contest between them and Rowan County. Sweet spots on the scoreboard for Paul Blazer when the offense scores 80 points or better, and they've scored 80 points or better 11 times this season. They're 9-2. When the defense gives up 65 or less, they did that 12 times. They're 11-1. Ashland averaging 76.2 points per game. That's good enough for 10th in the state. They give up 66.2 points per game. They've outscored their opponents by 10 points per game on the season. Shooting from the floor, 51.8%, the best team shooting from the floor in this tournament, and they're 10th in the state of Kentucky on field goal percentage. From behind the three-point line, 37.6%. That's good enough for 34th in the state. From the free throw line, 72.2%. That's good enough for 30th in the state. And they pull down 23.8 rebounds per basketball game. Leading scorer for Ashland, Caleb Clark, averaging 20.2 points per game. He's their best shooter from the floor, 61.9%. From distance, he's also their best shooter at 45.2%, and their best free throw shooter at 78.2%. Clark also their leading rebounder at 5.7 rebounds per game. Starting lineup for Ashland, number 2, 6'3" sophomore Justin Hughes. Hughes at 8.6 points per game. Number 3, 6'2" junior Elijah Neal. Neal at 16 points per game. Number 5, 6'3" sophomore Elijah Owens. Owens at 11 points per game. Number 12, 6-foot senior Drew Smith. Smith at 18.9 points per game, 3.4 three-pointers made per game. That's good enough for 17th in the state of Kentucky. And number 32, 6'4" senior Caleb Clark. Clark, the leading scorer for Ashland, at 20.2 points per game. Their best shooter from behind the three-point line at 45.2%, and their leading rebounder at 5.7 rebounds per game. So again for Ashland, Justin Hughes, Elijah Neal, Elijah Owens, Drew Smith, and Caleb Clark. For Rowan County, Grant Rose, Drew Epling, Porter Coleman, Cameron Cross, and Bentley Barnett. That's your starting lineups for both teams. That's all the information I have on them. So we're getting ready to go silent and turn it over to Chuck Rist one more time as he'll give the official introduction of the starting lineups. And this broadcast is being brought to you by Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office PLLC, and Stanifer Builders. Let's go quiet, let me catch my breath, and Chuck Rist will momentarily give you the official introduction of the starting lineups.
Strader. And guard 6 freshman, number 5, Elijah Owen. And forward 6'4" sophomore, number 2, Justin Hughes. And guard 6'3" junior, number 3, Elijah Neal. And forward 6'4" senior, number 32, Caleb Clark. Comcast, coached by Ryan Barr, assisted by Kyle Master, Floyd Lee Thomas, Tyler Dodson, and Nick Miller. Now it's the starting lineup for the home team, Rowan County. For the Vikings, starting at guard, 6' junior, number 13, Cameron Ross.
So one lineup change for Ashland that I did not have. Jalen Strader will be starting in place of Drew Smith. So Smith out tonight. Both teams on the floor. Ashland in the maroon with white numerals and trim. Rowan County in the white with green numerals and trim and gold around the numerals on their uniforms. Clark moves into the circle. He will jump for Ashland. Barnett moves into the circle to jump for Rowan County, and we're just about ready to get this 4th game of the day underway, the final game of the first round. At LST Johnson Arena, let's play. Opening tip controlled by Rowan County. So Rowan County with the basketball to start the game. Grant Rose gives it on the wing to Porter Coleman. And look at there, the pass is stolen right away by Elijah Owens. Reverse off the glass, misses it, offensive rebound. Put back up, that was blocked. But Justin Hughes is fouled and he'll go to the free throw line.
He went up high to grab that.
He went up high. The Rowan County foul, I believe, is on Porter Coleman, his first. And Justin Hughes, the 6'4" sophomore, goes to the free throw line. Misses his first one, 73% on the season. Ashland 79.2% as a team. Hughes makes the second, so he splits the pair. And Ashland's the first team on the scoreboard. Full court pressure. Coleman with the basketball. Gives it back to Rose. Rose brings it into the front court. Strader on him. Rose at the logo. Gives it to Barnett. Barnett at the top of the key. Backs down right on the block. Puts a shot up, no good off the glass. And it goes out of bounds and will stay with Rowan County. And Barnett has some size advantage, Skylar, on Ashland, so it'll be interesting to see how they use him inside there. He just backed it down and put it off the glass.
Right, and you know, that's the thing I remember about Clark last year for Ashland is he's a pretty good-sized boy, but he likes playing that guard position, too. He can shoot, and he likes playing out on the wing.
He certainly does. As Rose has the basketball for Rowan County at the logo. Strader on him, and he gives it to Coleman. Coleman to Barnett. He's all the way out at the logo. With Clark on him. He gives it to Cross. Cameron Cross. Three. It was blocked by Owens. Into the front court comes Strader for Ashland. In the corner, Clark. Floats it back out on top to Strader. And he gets it to Elijah Neal. You'll hear his name a lot tonight for Ashland.
Good pass.
Elijah Neal drives in the lane, dishes it off to Clark. It's loose and picked up by Rowan County. So a turnover for Ashland. And here comes Rose into the front court. And that basketball goes out of bounds off of Ashland's Owens. So Epling will toss it in right in front of the Ashland bench, and he throws it into the backcourt. Rose goes and gets it, brings it across the timeline with 6:15 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Barnett gives it to Rose. Rose left wing, long three on the way, good. Grant Rose with the triple for Rowan County, and they go up 3-1. Rose shot 35.9% from behind the three-point line for Rowan County during the regular season, their best shooter from behind the three-point line. 3 out of the corner for Ashland, no good by Strader. And Barnett got the rebound. He gives it to Cross. Cross brings it into the front court with Elijah Neal on him. And they call a jump ball. Possession arrow will give it back to Ashland. So Neal ties Cross up as Cross was trying to drive for the bucket. And it results in the basketball going back to Ashland. Rowan County leads by 2, 3-1, early in the first quarter. Turnaround jumper, Caleb Clark, free throw line, no good. And the rebound comes off to Epling for Rowan County. Drew brings it into the front court. And it's taken away from him by Caleb Clark. Clark drives down the lane, puts a shot up off the glass and in. It counts, and Clark will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. That bucket ties the game at 3. And Caleb Clark goes to the free throw line, the 6'4" senior, 78.2% on the season.
He makes it.
He completes the three-point play, and Ashland is back on top 4-3. And another turnover for Rowan County, and that's something that Rowan County can't afford to have in this game.
And that was an unforced turnover, too. That was just kind of sloppy.
Can't have a lot of turnovers against this Ashland team.
No, they will exploit you for that.
Luke Schrader checks into the lineup for Rowan County for Epling. And Elijah Neal brings it into the front court. Hughes to Neal, back to Hughes, 3 on the way. That's no good. It hit the top of the backboard. Comes back down, goes out of bounds over to Rowan County. So Ashland will pick up full court pressure. Coleman, and he almost went over and back. Schrader brings it into the front court, gives it to Cross. Cross with Schrader on him. 4-3, Ashland with a 1-point lead. Cross at the free throw line, stripped. And it's another turnover on Rowan County. Strader into the front court. 3 ball on the wing is up halfway down and out by Neal. And the basketball will stay with Rowan County. So 4:29 left on the clock. Ashland leads by 1, 4-3. And Skylar, this game just has a sloppy feel to it at the start. But you know what? That's the kind of game Rowan County likes to play.
They do. They like playing that messy basketball. You know what? If they can't get in the rhythm, everybody else can be out of rhythm too.
There's you another step back 3 dialed in by Grant Rose. He's got 2 threes, and Rowan County leads 6-4. Neal in the lane, kicks it on the wing to Clark. 3 on the way over Barnett. No good. Offensive rebound. Owens extended possession. Clark in the lane. I thought he got away with a double dribble. And the referee standing right there don't make the call, and we're even at 6. Wow.
That was bad.
Cross brings it into the front court, gives the basketball to Schrader. Schrader with Neal on him, and it'll stay on the Rowan County end. And I still can't get over that last bucket. I wish we had replays to watch so we could see. I may be wrong with what I said, but I really believe it was a double dribble. Turnover on Rowan County. Neal underhanded to Clark in the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good, and the rebound comes down to Schrader for Rowan County. And he throws it away. Owens picks it off, gives it to Clark, and Clark scores.
And that's got to be frustrating if you're Rowan County.
8-6, Ashland back on top by 2. Coleman gives it to Schrader. Schrader at the logo. Drives down the right side of the lane, shoots over Schrader. The shot's no good. And the rebound was pulled down by Owens. He gives it to Strader. Strader into the front court. Finds Neal on the right wing. He drives inside the circle, picks up his dribble, gives it to Strader. Down the lane, kicks it back to Neal, top of the key. Neal inside the circle. They work it into the corner. 3, Caleb Clark on the way, no good. And the rebound's taken down by Barnett. Barnett averaging 10 rebounds per game for Rowan County. Coleman off the block, puts a shot up, no good. And Hughes got the rebound. Hughes brings it into the front court, finds Clark, and the slam puts Ashland up 10-6.
And a casual slam there by Clark.
And we was talking about how quick Russell gets it up the floor. Ashland's pretty quick too, ain't they? Rose in the front court. Tried to get it to Barnett, he throws it away. Here comes Neal in the front court, finds Clark again, off the glass and in, and Ashland's up by 6, 12-6. Timeout, Rowan County, a 30-second timeout. Let's get in a quick commercial with them. 2:03 left in the first quarter, 12-6 Ashland.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we played 5 minutes and 57 seconds of the first quarter, and Rowan County already has more turnovers than points. They've got 6 points, and they've got 8 turnovers, Skyler.
Yeah, it's been a very sloppy start for Rowan County.
Rose will toss it in. This full court pressure, he gets it into Cross. And Hughes will pick Cross up as he crosses the timeline. Cross floats it back to Grant Rose. Rose with 2 3-pointers for Rowan County. That's their 6 points here in the first quarter. That shot was blocked underneath by Owens with the block. And already at the other end, my goodness.
So impressive.
Justin Hughes with the one-hand slam. And the lead's 8, 14-6. Schrader in the front court. He gets it to Rose. Rose with Strader on him, drives him down the left side of the lane, kicks it underneath, and the shot's up and in by Coleman. Rose with the assist, Coleman with the bucket, and it's 14-8, Ashland. Caleb Clark with Cross on him, gives it to Neal. Neal at the logo. As the clock goes down, under a minute left here in the first quarter. There's a pass picked off by Cross. If he can save it, he does, and puts it up and in. Cam Cross with the steal. He scores on the other end, and Rowan County cuts it to 4. Ashland already in the front court. Strader gets it to Neal at the logo. Neal with Cross on him. He drives around Cross in the lane, spins around Strader in the corner. 3-ball on the way. Owens good. And we've heard a lot of talk about Elijah Neal, what a point guard he is, and he's putting that to truth here in the first quarter.
I mean, look at the hustle.
And he takes that basketball away, and it's loose on the floor. Now it's picked up by Rowan County's Epling, and Epling's foul. Owens picks up the foul for Ashland, and that brings us to the media timeout with 20.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Ashland 17, Rowan County 10, and we'll be back to MSU right after this.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
Back here at Ellis T. Johnson Arena, Ashland with a 7-point lead, 17-10. And Skylar, they are really quick.
Boy, they're fun to watch. You know, it's like we was talking about earlier. Russell was quick getting the ball up the floor, but Ashland's in a league of their own.
They're lightning fast. Grant Rose brings it into the front court with Strader on him. The clock down under 15 now. He picks up his dribble. And Owens almost picked that pass off. 9.5 now left on the clock. Ashland challenges every dribble, every pass on defense.
They don't stop.
Rose is going to have to get it across the timeline. 5 seconds on the clock now. Cross with 1 second, and he's not even going to get a shot off as Neal strips him. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So your score at the end of one, the Ashland Blazer Tomcats looking for their 8th straight 16 region title. They're off to a good start. 17-10 over Rowan County. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Stanifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Stanifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
To the second quarter we go. Ashland leads by 7, 17-10. Caleb Clark leads Ashland in scoring with 11. Grant Rose leads Rowan County in scoring with 6. Skylar, what's your thoughts?
I mean, it's been all Ashland here. You know, like we was talking about earlier, Rowan County will sacrifice their rhythm to get you out of your rhythm too. And that's kind of where they play. They play in this messy basketball. It seems like they thrive in. And once they get in the groove, they're hard to stop, but they haven't found it since they jumped out early.
Rowan County with the basketball to start the second quarter. Cross will bring it into the front court. Gives it to Rose. And that ball's batted out of bounds by Neal, and they're just all over the basketball. Rose, Epling, Coleman, Cross, and Miller on the floor to start the second quarter for Rowan County. Conway, Hughes, Neal, Strader, and Clark on the floor for Ashland. Cross into the front court. Hughes on him. He puts a 3 up over Hughes and misses it, gets his own rebound, drives in the lane, he's stripped, and the basketball taken away from him by Elijah Neal. Neal into the front court. Drives in the lane, kicks it back to Clark on the wing. He goes in the lane, puts up a floater, and it's good. Clark with 13, and Ashland's up by 9. Coleman into the front court. Finds Rose. Rose, jumper, 10-footer left side, no good, and Conway gets the rebound. He gets it to Neal. Neal floats a pass underneath to Owens, or to Hughes, and it goes out of bounds. And Neal will toss it in for Ashland. And that was a terrible call. That basketball should be Rowan County's basketball. So they'll give it to Neal on the baseline. He'll toss it in. Gets it into Conway in the corner. He floats it out on top to Hughes. Now Clark gets it back to Neal. Neal with the logo. We're just a little over a minute here into the second quarter. Ashland leads by 9. Hughes and Neal plays catch. Now Clark floats it back to Neal. Look at that backdoor cut. Clark couldn't convert the pass into 2 points, but it goes out of bounds and it'll stay with Ashland.
And this place would have erupted if he would have completed that.
Ashland likes to play above the rim.
They do.
3 ball just right at the top of the key, and it's banked off the glass and in by Elijah Owens. Leads 12, 22-10 Ashland. Schrader gives it to Rose. Neal is all over him. Schrader drives on Conway, picks his dribble up, gives it to the big guy Barnett. And he misses the shot, and they'll call Barnett for the foul. So the offensive foul on Barnett, that's his first. And that's a turnover for Rowan County. Rowan County's had 10 turnovers and we're less than 2 minutes into the second quarter. Neal with the basketball at the logo for Ashland. Conway gives it to Clark. Clark to Owens on the wing. Neal on the baseline, scoop pass to Clark, and he puts it up off the glass and in. Neal with the assist, Clark with the bucket that leads 14. Clark with 15 points. That shot's no good underneath for Rowan County, and Clark got the rebound, gets it to Neal. Neal into the front court, turns around at the free throw line, now drives back down the lane, spins right, gives it to Clark. Clark kicks it to Conway on the wing. Watch them work the basketball. Baseline Clark. Cutting down the lane. He hits Owens with the pass. Clark with the assist. Owens with the bucket. And the lead 16, 26-10. Epling in the front court for Rowan County. And that pass is stolen by Owens. And the one-hand slam for Ashland puts them up 28-10. And Rowan County will take another timeout, a 30-second timeout. 4:56 left on the clock, 28-10 Ashland. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
28-10 Ashland, 4:56 left here in the first half, and so far, Rowan County just has no answer for this Ashland defense.
I don't know many people in the region that will.
Well, they're playing with hunger. They want to defend that 7-time region championship and extend it to 8, and I'll tell you what, somebody's going to have to play awful well to beat them.
Yep.
Rose gives it to Schrader. In the corner, that three was blocked. Epling put the three up, and it was blocked by Owens, and he went up a half a mile high to block that. Neal checks back into the lineup for Owens. Epling will toss it in. He floats it all the way out on top. Clark picks the pass off. Down the lane, off the glass, and in. Caleb Clark with 17, and the lead's 20, 30-10. Schrader brings it into the front court. Gives it to Cross. Cross behind his back. Spins, and they'll call him for the travel. As Porter Coleman checks back into the lineup for Rowan County for Epling. Elijah Neal with a basketball. Cross on him. He floats the pass over to Schrader, back to Neal. Schrader finds Neal in the free throw lane, back out on top. Schrader puts up a 14-foot jumper in the free throw lane, no good. Neal gets the rebound, extends the possession. Now Neal drives in the lane, and all he's doing is looking to pass. Clark misses that shot. And Schrader got the rebound for Rowan County. And it'll stay on the Rowan County end of the floor. 3:25 left on the clock here in the first half. Coleman will toss it in for Rowan County. He gets it into Rose. Rose with Strader on him. Barnett with his hand up calling for the basketball. They try to get it to him, but it's another turnover as that pass was deflected. Strader in the front court, back to Neal. Three, top of the key.
Cash.
Elijah Neal with the triple. How good of a point guard is he? He's
so
excellent. 33-10 Ashland.
You know, if you remember last year, Elijah was the commander for Russell out there, and they did whatever he wanted them to.
Well, he played at Ashland last year, but he didn't come in till later in the year. 2 years ago, he was at Russell, and he was a force at Russell as well. He's done nothing but get better.
Then he was a freshman at Russell, and he's just took nothing but 2 years to mature. Still has one more year to play. I mean, he's been one of the most fun players in the region to keep up with.
2:59 left on the clock. We come to the media timeout here in the second quarter. Ashland 33, Rowan County 10. We'll be back to LST Johnson Arena right after this.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
33-10, Ashland leads Rowan County by 23. Caleb Clark leads Ashland in scoring with 17 points, and Grant Rose leads Rowan County with 6. Rowan County out of the timeout. Rose with the basketball. Gets it to Schrader. Schrader picks his dribble up. Clark on him. And he gets it back to Cross. Cross with the basketball at the top of the key. Gets it to Rose on the wing. Rose drives inside the circle. Turnaround jumper up, no good. And Strader gets the rebound for Ashland. Strader gets it to Neal in the front court. He pitches it back to Conway. Fakes a 3 in the corner. This 3's on the way. That was halfway down and out by Owens. And Cross got the rebound.
Oh, his shoe came off.
He has a flat tire there. They'll have to put the shoe back on. Officials timeout for that. And Caleb Clark will get a rest, a well-deserved rest for Ashland. And Schrader will toss it in for Rowan County just as soon as Cross gets his shoe back on here.
You want to talk about a tight fit. I think he had that quadruple knotted right there.
He's tightening up his other one while he's at it too. I don't blame him. Easy to get an ankle turned or anything the way they cut.
Yep.
Barnett comes back into the lineup for Rowan County for Miller. Now Schrader will toss it in. Gets it into Coleman. Coleman goes back to Schrader. Schrader in the front court. Got Elijah Neal on him. Gives it to Barnett. Barnett.
Good pass.
To Coleman, cutting down the lane. Barnett with the assist. Coleman with the bucket. And the lead's 21, 33-12. Clock winds under 2 minutes. Ashland in the front court. Hughes with the basketball back to Neal. He comes near side to Strader. Ashland continues to work the perimeter. Hughes kicks it back to Strader. His 3 on the way, no good. That hits the top of the backboard.
Well, it has to break the plane for it to be out of bounds. So where we don't have a string down here like we do back home at Sandy Hook, the ball is still in bounds until it breaks the plane of the backboard.
Okay. That makes sense. Justin Hughes, the 6'4" sophomore, goes to the free throw line for Ashland. 73% on the season for Hughes. He makes the first one. (34-12) Ashland. Hughes misses the second. He splits the pair. He's got 4 points. And Epling got the rebound for Rowan County. He floats it to Rose. Rose brings it across the timeline, gives it to Coleman. And we'll have a foul on Ashland. That will be on Strader. Second team foul on Ashland. And Porter Coleman goes to the free throw line for Rowan County, the 6' sophomore, 57.9% on the season. Rowan County's first trip to the free throw line tonight. He misses the first one. Coleman misses them both. Cross gets the offensive rebound. He misses the putback. And it goes out of bounds and will stay on the Rowan County end of the floor.
So, you know, just taking a quick glance at the iPad, something that sticks out at me here before we go into halftime. Ashland's converted 19 points off turnovers. The lead's 22.
There's your lead right there. This defense. That pass was almost picked off by Owens. Coleman went into the backcourt to get the basketball, brings it back into the front court. Gives it to Cross. And they challenge every pass and dribble. Cross, 3 ball on the way. That's an air ball, saved in bounds, but to Ashland. Clark gets it ahead to Owens, and he misses the runner down the lane. Barnett gets the rebound for Rowan County. 50 seconds on the clock. Rose in the front court. Hughes on him. Rose picks up his dribble. He's got to find somewhere to go with it. He gets it to Coleman. Porter Coleman drives down the left side of the lane, puts a shot up, and it's good. It spins around and around and falls, and the lead's cut to 20. 34-14. Coleman's got 6 now. He's got 6, and Rose has got 6 to lead Rowan County in scoring. Clock down to 10. Neal with the basketball. Clark. Clock down to 5. 3 ball out of the corner is up and no good by Neal. And that brings us to the end of the first half. A first half that's been all Ashland Paul Blazer. Your score at the break, Ashland 34, Rowan County 14. We'll go back to the studio, get in a commercial or two, and when we come back, Stephen Gullett will have another interview, and then we'll look at the statistics of the first half. You're watching the boys' 16th Region High School Basketball Tournament from LST Johnson Arena on the SpreeTV network.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th Region coverage.
We are courtside. We are at halftime. Ashland Paul Blazer 34-14 over Rowan County Vikings. With us now is Jim Conway of the athletic director, Paul Blazer. Jim, appreciate you joining us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I guess the game last night, Ashland winning with the girls. You know, Coach Davis, it was a great game for them. Had to make a comeback. And your thoughts on that game?
Well, we were really worried about it there for a minute because, like I said, we weren't making shots. They slowed the pace down to what they needed to do, and but I think our defense, that's what really stood out, and we were able to make stops and give ourselves a chance. They missed a bunch of free throws, that could have put us out of the game, but our kids never stopped, and they kept playing hard and obviously made plays when it counted, and we're there.
There you go. And, and that's all counts. At the end of the game, y'all won, and, hey, congratulations to you.
Yes, sir, of course.
I guess, first half, what's your thoughts on the first half of this game?
It's what I thought. Like I said, we rely so much on our defense, getting after people and just putting a lot of pressure on people, and that's what we thought that they could do. Come out and do that. We've done that so far. We're doing that with without one of our starters in the game. He kind of hurt his ankle in practice leading up to the game, and but we've been able to do what we need to do without him in there, and that's a testament to the rest of the guys.
And I guess. The schedule this year is a little bit different. The girls played theirs this week, got it over with. The boys are starting the first round all games today. So what's your feedback and what's your thoughts about that schedule change?
Well, the thing we were trying to do is we were trying to get more people in the seats. Right. It's one of those that we love you guys broadcasting the games, and it's great for everybody across, our area and across the state and across the United States, actually. They get to sit at the house.
Yeah.
And but we were just trying to do something maybe a little different to get more people in the stands, and we thought, okay, if we did all the first-round boys games on the Saturday, maybe the people would come out on a Saturday. The only thing that killed us today is we had really good weather this morning, and then it got really, nasty in the storms this afternoon. So, but the crowds weren't too bad, but we were just trying to figure out something to, try to get more people in the seats.
Yeah. One thing I have not asked any ADs, I've interviewed a couple so far in the tournament. You hear these other, I guess the 15th region has went to a super regional. Any thoughts, any discussions or anything like that? What's your thoughts about that?
In our AD meetings, we've talked about that a little bit, just to gauge the interest of all the, the ADs in our region. We were looking, I've been talking, I'm good friends with Christian Junker. He's the athletic director of Henry Clay, and he was trying to get that proposed for the 11th region. Yeah. It didn't pass, but they were trying to look at that. You're just trying to evolve and trying to see, it's about kids and getting opportunities, and some of those districts that we have in our region, sometimes you got 3 really good teams and maybe only 2 of them get out of there, so it gives them another opportunity maybe to get here. So we're looking at that. I think we're going to try to maybe do that in soccer. Now we don't have near the amount of teams that play soccer in schools, but I think we're going to try to talk about that this spring and maybe do that as a super regional for the soccer and maybe see how that goes, and maybe it'd be jumpstart for something else. So.
All right. Well, Jim, we do appreciate you joining us, and I know you're busy.
No problem.
All right. Well, enjoy the second half.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. We'll get you back and ready for that second half here in just a minute. You're watching high school basketball on SpreeTV, Channel 2.
34-14, Ashland here at halftime leads Rowan County by 20. Skylar, what jumps out at you in the first half?
Well, what jumps out at me is Ashland's dominance. I can't believe how good they've been out here in the start, and we kind of expected that. I mean, what can you expect from them? They've done it 7 years in a row. So
they're certainly off to a good start at defending their region title as they lead by 20 here at the break. Ashland shot 48.3% from the floor in the first half on 14 of 29, 27.3% from behind the three-point line on 3 of 11, and 3 of 5 from the charity stripe for 60%. Rowan County shot 33.3% on 6 of 18. Ashland with 11 more field goal attempts in the first half than Rowan County. Rowan County 2 of 6 from behind the three-point line. Grant Rose with both of those three-pointers, and they were 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Individual scoring in the first half. Ashland led by Caleb Clark with 17 points. He has 2 steals and 2 rebounds to go with those 17 points. 10 points for Elijah Owens, 3 rebounds, 3 steals and 2 blocked shots for Elijah Owens in the first half. 3 points for Elijah Neal. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals to go with his 3 points, and 4 points for Justin Hughes. He had 3 assists to go with those 4 points. And that's Ashland's 34 points in scoring in the first half. Rowan County was led in scoring by Porter Coleman with 6 points, and also 6 points for Grant Rose, 2 points for Cameron Cross. Cross had 3 rebounds to go with his 2 points, and that's the 14 points for Rowan County. Rowan County actually out-rebounded Ashland in the first half by 3, 16-13, but Ashland had 11 more field goal attempts, and that had everything to do with the 14 turnovers. Rowan County committed only 2 for Ashland, and Ashland had 11 steals in the first half. And Skylar on defense, they play smother some defense.
They're just pestering.
Ashland's biggest lead was 23. That came at the 3:11 mark of the second quarter. Rowan County's biggest lead was 2. That came at the 6:07 mark of the first quarter. Biggest runs in the first half, Ashland 19 points, Rowan County 4. We had 4 lead changes and 2 ties. Ashland led for 13 minutes and 53 seconds. Rowan County led for 58 seconds. Ashland was a plus 14 in turnovers, or in points off turnovers in the first half, a plus 14 on points in the paint at 22-8, plus 7 on second change points, 7-0, plus 17 on fast break points at 19-2. And neither bench contributed to the scoreboard in the first half. Ashland outscored Rowan County 17-10 in the first quarter and 17-4 in the second quarter for the 20-point, 34-14 lead. Let's go back to the studio, get in 2 or 3 commercials. We're about 1 minute and 40 seconds away from the start of the second half, and we'll have it here on the SpreeTV network right after this.
This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th region coverage.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
(34-14), Ashland with a 20-point lead as we go to the third quarter. And I believe everybody here is wore out this evening. It's been a long day, a good day of high school basketball. And only one spot left in the semifinal round, and Ashland looks to be well underway to claiming that last spot. Raceland waits on the winner of this game Monday evening. Rowan County back out on the floor. Rose, Coleman, Cross, Barnett, and Epling on the floor to start the second half for Rowan County. Strader, Neal, Hughes, Clark, and Owens on the floor to start the second half for Ashland.
And you can't help but think that Ashland's going to try to push out quick here, get a big lead, and start coasting.
We'll see what they do. Strader with a 3, and that puts them off to a good start. They're up by 23. Strader with his first 3 points. 37-14. Epling tried to get that basketball across. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Rowan County. Cross will toss it in. Now he will go back out on the floor, and Epling will toss it in. He floats it into the backcourt where Grant Rose chases it down and brings it back into the front court with Hughes on him. Double team, gets it to Barnett. And Barnett's pass was picked off by Owens, and he throws it away. Epling with a shot in the lane, misses it, and the rebound's taken down by Hughes. Hughes gets it to Strader. Strader into the front court, finds Clark. Left corner three, good. And Ashland opens up the second half with 2 triples. And they push this lead to 26, 40-14. And a foul will be called on Ashland. And I believe that was on Owens. That's his second. Three ball Epling, no good, and the rebound comes off to Hughes for Ashland. He gets it to Neal. Neal into the front court. Gets it in the corner. Three ball on the way is no good. That shot was by Owens. And Epling has the basketball, and he'll bring it into the front court and give it to Cross. Cross drives down the right side underneath the bucket, and that ball's out of bounds and will stay with Rowan County. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but they challenge every dribble and every pass on defense.
That's how you win 7 region championships in a row.
So actually, that's a turnover on Rowan County. It goes back to Ashland, and Neal will bring it into the front court. Rowan County with 16 turnovers. Clark fakes a three, gets it down on the baseline to Hughes. They come back out on top to Neal. Neal drives down the left side of the lane, kicks it in the corner to Hughes. Three on the way, that's no good. And the rebound's taken down by Cross. Cross shifts into another gear, puts it up off the glass and in. And Clark just got away from him. Let him put it up and in. The score's 40-16. Ashland. Neal tried to get it to Owens. Clark picks it up and scores. Clark with 22. And the lead's 26. Cross brings it into the front court for Rowan County. He gets it on the wing to Epling. Epling with Neal on him. Tried to get it to Barnett. Clark took the pass away, but then stepped on the baseline as Conway checks back into the lineup for Ashland. For Owens. Grant Rose will throw it in. Gets it into Barnett. Barnett with Conway on him. Barnett takes a three. That's no good. And the ball goes out of bounds back over to Ashland. And you can just see the frustration on the faces of Rowan County right now as they just don't have no answer for this Ashland team. And that's not saying that Rowan County's got a bad team, because they don't.
Ashland's just that good.
In the front court, Ashland with the basketball. Neal gives it to Hughes. His shot's up off the glass and in. There's a turnover. Strader picks that pass off Neal. Thought it was a foul or a walk or something. Nothing called. Ashland turnover. Down the floor, off the glass, in and out was the shot, and Conway gets the rebound, gets it to Clark. Clark in the front court looking at Neal, gets it to him. Neal kicks it back to Clark. Now he feeds it back to Neal at the top of the key. Neal back to Clark on the wing. And a whistle stops the play, and what was the call there? 3-second violation on Ashland. Boy, there's a call you don't see very often anymore.
Hardly ever.
Rose gets the pass, gets it ahead to Epling. His shot in the lane is up, no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Barnett. Bentley Barnett, 6'6" freshman, with the bucket. 44-18. Strader thought about a three, gets it in the corner to Conway. Now he comes back to Strader. Strader gets it to Clark, feeds Conway, kicks it on the far side to Hughes. Hughes back to Clark in the lane. He puts it off the glass and in. Clark with 24. And the lead's 46-18.
Brown County just threw it away right there.
Another turnover. Elijah Neal scores, and the lead's 30, 48-18. 3:42 left on the clock in the third quarter. All Ashland. And we'll be back to LST Johnson Arena in 60 seconds.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, president of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
So 48-18 here is 3:42s left in the third quarter. It's all Ashland.
All Ashland, 48-18. Rowan County with the basketball. Rose gets it into the front court. Pulls up on the right side. Strader on him. Rose going to have to do something with it. And he throws it away. Picked off by Owens. Down the lane, off the glass and in. Owens puts Ashland up by 32, 50-18. 16-4, Ashland's outscored Rowan County in the third quarter. Cross makes that driving layup, and it's 50-20. Neal walks it into the front court. Clock winds down under 3 minutes left in quarter three. Strader, three ball, left side, no good. And the rebound's taken down by Barnett. He gets it to Cross. Cross in the front court. Spins left, kicks it back out on the wing to Rose. Rose with Strader on him. Spins right at the elbow. Cross picks up the loose ball. He pulls up, takes a three from deep on the right side, no good. Neal with the rebound, gets it ahead to Owens, off the glass and in. 52-20, lead back to 32. Rose brings it into the front court. And the Ashland foul will be on Elijah Neal. That's his second. And at the 2:11 mark, that brings us to the media timeout in the third quarter. All Tomcats, 52-20 Ashland. We'll be back to Moorhead right after this.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezel. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
.211 left in the third quarter. Ashland leads by 32. Rowan County with the basketball out of the timeout. And Schroeder will toss it in to Cross. Cross gives it to Barnett. Barnett drives in the paint, puts a shot up, no good. Conway batted it around. Barnett picks it up, extend the possession. Round County. He backs up behind the three-point line, shoots it halfway down and out, but the putback's up and in by Drew Epling. Epling with the bucket. His first 2 points. And the lead's 30. Look at that no-look pass from Elijah Neal to Elijah Owens. Neal with the assist, Owens with the bucket, and the lead's back to 32, 54-22. Epling in the front court, tries to give it to Cross. Cross comes away with it, drives down the lane, puts a shot up and in, count the bucket, and Cameron Cross will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. And the foul's on Conway for Ashland. Conway's first foul. As Porter Coleman checks back into the lineup for Round County. And Clark checks back into the lineup for Ashland. 76.3% for Cross from the free throw line, and he misses it. Clark gets the rebound, gets it to Neal. Neal into the front court, no-look pass again on the left block, and Justin Hughes with the one-hand slam, and the basket shakes. 56-24, the lead's 32. Schroeder gets it to Barnett. He finds Epling. Epling drives down on the baseline, floats it back out on the wing. Three for Coleman on the way, good. Porter Coleman with the triple. And the lead's 29, 56-27. Neal gives it to Hughes. He throws it back to Neal. Clock down under 45 seconds. Hughes in the corner. Back to Hughes. Neal drives down the lane, reverses his dribble. Kicks it to Conway. Conway gives it to Hughes. Now he hands it back to Neal. Hughes gets it in the corner to Owens. Three on the way. Good. Owens with the triple. And the lead's back to 32, 59-27. 20 seconds on the clock. Cross in the front court. Drives down the lane, puts a shot up. That was blocked by Neal, and they'll call the foul on Neal. So Cross will go back to the free throw line to shoot two. He missed a free throw there just a minute ago. Ashland 3 of 5 from the free throw line in this game. Round County 0 of 3. Misses the first one. Round County's 1 of 5 as Cross splits the pair. And the lead's 59-28, 10 seconds. Owens gets it to Neal, clock at 5. Neal drives in the lane, puts a shot up off the glass, no good. And Cross throws it the length of the floor at the end of the third quarter. So your score at the end of 3, Ashland leads by 31, 59-28. And we'll be back to Ellis T. Johnson Arena with the fourth quarter right after this.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
59-28, Ashland leads by 31 as we go to the fourth quarter. Caleb Clark leads Ashland in scoring with 24, and Porter Coleman leads Round County in scoring with 9. Round County with a basketball to start the fourth quarter. Barnett with the shot in the lane's good, and it's 59-30. Off the glass and in for Hughes for Ashland. He's in double digits now with 10. The lead's back to 31. Rose in the front court down the lane. His shot was blocked, and Conway comes away with it. Here comes Caleb Clark down the lane, off the glass and in. Lead 33, 63-30. Clark with 26.
And he's so good around the basket.
Coleman, double team, got to do something with it. And he gets it to Epling. Epling back to Cross. Cross with Hughes on him. Step back three, top of the key, good. Cameron Cross. 63-33. Cross is in double digits now with 12. He leads Rowan County in scoring. Strader in the front court. Conway, Hughes, Owens, Strader, and Clark for Ashland. Down the lane, off the glass, and in for Owens. Owens with 21 now. Rose, Epling, Coleman, Cross, Barnett on the floor for Rowan County. Cross, left side of the lane, off the glass, no good. Barnett offensive rebound. Spins left, fall away jumper up, no good. Tap, no good. Out of bounds, stays with Rowan County. Schroeder checks back into the lineup along with Elijah Miller for Rowan County. And Elijah Neal checks back into the lineup for Ashland. Schrader will toss it in, gets it into Miller out on top. They work it around the circle to Cross. Cross will back it out now on the right side. Clock down, approaching 6 minutes left in the game. Cross gives it to Barnett. He pushes down in the lane, puts a shot up, no good, and it goes out of bounds over to Ashland. So Ashland with a 32-point lead in the basketball. Strader gets it to Clark, and they'll call him for the travel, as he couldn't decide if he wanted to walk or go with the basketball, and he took a step before he dribbled. He really wanted to take the three. And Barnett will go to the bench as Coleman checks back into the lineup for Rowan County.
So no seniors for Rowan County this year.
No, they're a very young team. They're going to be really good. Rose into the front court for Rowan County. Gets it to Schrader. Schrader back to Rose. Rose hands it to Cross. Jumper, left baseline, no good. Rebound Conway. Down the lane, Neal kicks it in the corner. Look at this move by Hughes, and he misses the slam, but it's put back up and in by Conway. Wow. Hughes missed the hammer slam, but Caleb Clark put it back up and in. He's got 26 points. 67-33 Ashland. Timeout on the floor, 5:19 left on the clock. We'll get in a quick commercial.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement.
Stanifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Stanifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
67-33, Ashland with a 34-point lead with 5:19 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. And Grant Rose will toss it in on the baseline for Rowan County. He gets it in to Barnett. Barnett feeds it back to Rose, or that was Miller, I'm sorry. Down the lane, off the glass, shot missed by Schrader. Offensive rebound by Coleman. Shot up no good by Schrader. So two cracks for Rowan County at it. They couldn't score. Neal in the front court. Clock down to 5 minutes. Conway in the corner. Drives baseline, puts a shot up that was partially blocked, and it goes out of bounds over to Rowan County. Barnett will check back into the lineup for Miller for Rowan County.
And if you'll remember, Caleb Conway's older brother, Tucker, played with Colin down here. And of course, I had to mention Colin because it was senior night for him too at Liberty, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is. That's nuts.
Yeah, I'm old.
And I'm older, a lot older. Grant Rose in the front court for Rowan County. 67-33 Ashland. Barnett on the baseline, picks his dribble up, gets it to Coleman. Coleman puts a shot up over Conway, no good. Offensive rebound, Barnett goes back up, and that was blocked by Owens. Now the free throw line jumper, Rose, no good. And it goes out of bounds and will stay with Rowan County. Schroeder will throw it in for the Vikings. Floats it out on top to Coleman. Coleman gives it to Schroeder. Schroeder with Clark on him. Gives it to Cross. Cross drives down the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. Cross has got 14 to lead Rowan County. And the lead's 32, 67-35. Strader gives it to Conway. Now he kicks it in the corner. 3 on the way, and that was no good by Owens. And Barnett's in the front court for Rowan County. Clock down under 3:45. Barnett puts the baseline jumper up and good. All kinds of contact between him and Conway. No call. There's a steal of the inbounds pass. That shot was no good. Cross misses the putback. Cross gets it again. Third time's the charm. Cross has 16. And the lead's 67-39. So it's down to 28 points as Neal checks back into the lineup for Ashland. And Epling checks back into the lineup for Rowan County. Neal brings it into the front court, clock down under 3:20. Drives down the lane, kicks it in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. That was Ryan Brogdon, just checked in for Ashland. That shot missed underneath by Clark. And he got his own rebound and was fouled. Coleman picks up the foul for Rowan County. Caleb Clark will go to the free throw line. He's got 28 points for Ashland. He leads all scorers. Clark makes the first one. He's got 29 and leads 29. As Jamari Stokes checks into the lineup for Ashland for Strader. Clark has 30 and the lead's 30. 69-39. Cross tries to get it into half court. It goes out of bounds. And it will stay with Rowan County. Epling will throw it in. And he gets it into Rose. Clock under 3 minutes as Rose crosses into the front court. Gives it to Epling. Epling back to Rose. Rose finds Barnett. Barnett loses it, but it's picked up by Rose, and he'll put the jumper up in the right corner, no good, and the rebound came off to Brogdon for Ashland. Look at that no-look pass. Shot up off the glass and in by Stokes for Ashland. And the lead's 32, 71-39. Cross down the lane. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Rowan County. 2:28 left on the clock as Rowan County empties the bench. We have a media timeout, so we'll take it to Spree Media TV timeout, 71-39 Ashland, and we'll be back to MSU right after this.
For nearly 50 years, Bank of the Mountains has served Morgan and the surrounding counties, working hard to provide our customers with friendly service and the financial products that make their lives easier. As a family-owned bank, we understand that relationships matter. We appreciate those who have chosen us to be their bank and invite those who haven't to stop by at any of our 3 locations, West Liberty, Index, or Ezell. Local people, local decisions, local commitment. Bank of the Mountains is proud to be a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
71-39, Ashland with a 32-point lead with 2:28 left on the clock. And Ashland will play Raceland here in the second semifinal game on Monday evening. Raceland defeated Morgan County 64-61 earlier. Donovan at the line, the 6-foot freshman for Rowan County, to shoot 2 free throws. He misses the first one. And the left-hander puts the second one up, and it's good. So Donovan splits the pair, and the lead is 31, 71-40. There was a technical foul on Ashland. Calls those free throws. Now Rowan County with a basketball. Donovan at the logo. Gives it to Cornett. Miller gets it back to Watson. Watson puts a shot up off the glass, no good, and the rebound comes off to Ashland. Brogdon with the rebound, gets it in the front court to Lee. Lee picks up his dribble. And he finds underneath Dawson Morris, and Morris puts the bucket in, and the lead's 33, 73-40. Ashland's hung right around at just below 35 points the whole second half. Schrader kicks it in the corner. 3-ball on the way. That was no good by Watson. But the rebound was taken down by Donovan. Extends the possession for Rowan County. Cornett. Loses it out of bounds over to Ashland. Chandler Kaiser checks into the lineup for Ashland. (73-40) Ashland. 1:15 left on the clock. Morris gets it into the front court. Donovan all over him. Wilson drives down the right side of the lane, misses the runner, and Donovan got the rebound. Clock under 55. Rowan County into the front court. Morris. His shot's blocked. Here comes Ashland into the front court. Lee drives down the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up off the glass and in by Stokes. And they hit the 35-point mark with 30 seconds left on the clock. 75-40. Donovan gives it to Cornett. Cornett back to Watson. His 3 on the way is no good. And it goes out of bounds and will stay with Rowan County. 10 seconds, the clock continues to run. And they're not going to get the basketball in bounds, I don't believe. And they don't. That's the end of the game. Your final score, Ashland has their biggest lead at the end of this contest, 75-40 over Rowan County. Ashland advances to play Raceland in the second semifinal game here on Monday evening. We'll go back to the studio, take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. You've been watching the opening round of the boys 16th Region High School Basketball Tournament at LST Johnson Arena on the SpreeTV network.
Standifer Builders is the area's best general contracting and paving company, serving you since 1965. We are family owned and operated and ready to meet your needs. Our experienced staff has the expertise to do the job right, no matter the size. We offer commercial and residential paving without the hassle of a big contractor. We also now offer dirt work services. Call us today for your free estimate. Standifer Builders is a proud supporter of local high school sports. Good luck to all athletes this season.
It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Hi, I'm Brock Littrell, President of Commercial Bank of West Liberty. For more than 100 years, we've prided ourselves on treating our customers like family. The technologies we offer afford you the ability to bank with us from anywhere.
Hi, I'm Angie Pendergrass. I'm the CFO of Commercial Bank, and we are constantly looking for new technologies to improve our efficiencies and our bottom line, but more importantly, it allows us to spend more time with our customers.
Hi, I'm Howard Elam, CEO of Commercial Bank. I'd like to thank you for trusting us with your banking needs.
At Juniper Health, great care begins with people you know, familiar faces, rooted in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We are nationally recognized. We provide award-winning care right here in your backyard. We're on your roads, in your schools, at your front door. This is our home too. Juniper Health, world-class care, hometown heart.
When you agree, it can be drama-free. Uncontested divorces starting at $500. Simple, straightforward, statewide. Call attorney John D. Lewis Jr., 113 Main Street, Sandy Hook. This is an advertisement. This presentation of SpreeTV Hoops is sponsored by Appalachian Wireless, Bank of the Mountains, Commercial Bank of West Liberty, Juniper Health, Lewis Law Office, Mountain Telephone, and Standifer Builders. You're watching SpreeTV, celebrating nearly 10 years of 16th Region coverage.
Back here at LST Johnson Arena, we officially have the first round in the books as Ashland advances on to the semifinals on Monday evening. They'll take on Raceland in the second game. Skylar, what's your take on this game?
I mean, we pretty much just got to watch an exhibition for Ashland out here. They absolutely did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, scored on demand. Caleb Clark pulled in 30 points tonight. It was just really impressive to watch them play. And, you know, we've seen it for multiple years now, and you kind of come to expect it. But, man, they come back every year, and it's like, are they going to be better?
Well,
and somehow they are.
You keep thinking, you know, one year they're going to have a team that's not as good as what the other teams have been. And like you say, you come in here, and you're in awe of them.
Yeah.
And they certainly didn't do anything tonight to make people think that they wasn't going to be a very serious contender for their 8th straight 16th Region title. But Raceland will have something to say about that in the semifinals, and the winner of the Boyd County and Russell game will certainly have something to say about that if Ashland does survive to the championship game. Ashland winds up shooting 55.2% from the floor on 32 of 58, 6 of 19 from behind the three-point line for 31.6%, and 71.4% from the free throw line on 5 of 7. Rowan County shot 17 of 54 for 31.5%, 4 of 14 from behind the three-point line for 28.6%, and 2 of 7 from the free throw line for 28.6%. Ashland's biggest lead was 35. That was the lead we had at the end of the game. Rowan County's biggest lead was 2. Ashland's biggest run was 19 points. That came in the second quarter. Rowan County's biggest run was 6. That came in the fourth quarter. 4 lead changes, 2 ties. Rowan County led by 58 seconds in this game. Ashland led by 29 minutes and 53 seconds. Points off turnovers, plus 14 in advantage of Ashland, 23-9 points in the paint, plus 28 for Ashland, 52-24. They controlled the paint. 13-8 plus 5 on second chance points, 32-7 plus 25 on fast break points for Ashland, and 6-1 in bench points. Ashland outscored Rowan County in every quarter, 17-10, 17-4, 25-14, and 16-12 for the 75-40 victory. Individual scoring for Ashland, they was led by Caleb Clark with 30 points on 13 of 20 shooting, and he had 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block to go with those 30 points. 21 points for Elijah Owens, 4 rebounds for Owens, and 5 steals, 3 assists to go with those 21 points. 10 points for Justin Hughes. Hughes was 4 of 7 from the floor, had 4 rebounds and 5 assists to go with his 10 points. 5 points for Elijah Neal, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 steals, and 10 assists for the junior point guard, Elijah Neal. 4 points for Jamari Strokes, 3 points for Jalen Strader on a 3, and 2 points for Dawson Morris rounds out the 75 in scoring for Ashland. For Rowan County, they were led in scoring by Cameron Cross with 16 points. Cross was 7 of 15 from the floor, had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal to go with those 16 points. 9 points for Porter Coleman. Coleman with 9 points, 1 rebound, and 3 steals. 6 points for Grant Rose. Rose had 3 rebounds and 1 assist to go with those 6 points. 6 points for Bentley Barnett. He had 6 rebounds and 2 assists as well with those 6 points. 2 points for Drew Epling and 1 point for Riley Donathan rounds out the 40 points in scoring for Rowan County. Rowan County actually out-rebounded Ashland 36-30 in this game, but they get beat by 35 on the scoreboard as they had 20 turnovers in this basketball game. 75-40 your final. Your semifinals are set now for Monday evening. Boyd County will play Russell at 6:30 in the first game, and 25 to 30 minutes after that game, Raceland will take on Ashland Blazer in the second semifinal game, and we'll have both of those games here on the SpreeTV network. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock with the pregame. First game will tip at 6:30. So I'm Chris Dickerson with Skylar Dickerson, along with the rest of the SpreeTV crew, wherever you've watched us from tonight. Whatever device you've used, we appreciate you being with us. We hope you've enjoyed it half as much as we have bringing it to you. We'll see you back here Monday evening. Good night, everyone.